everybody. Hello. So this is the setup that we're going to be using for the stream today. I kit bashed this together. I hope it's clear and makes sense to all of you. You will notice up in the upper right hand corner there is a tracking for ways that you can give people bonuses. So for 100 bits, you can give players a +1 roll to any d20. They have to declare that they're using the +1 before they roll. They are now typing into chat. You should be able to see them typing. You'll be able to hear them soon enough as soon as I unmute Discord. So there's that. You can also, for 500 bits, you can buy them a hero point, and for 1,000 bits, you can buy them a raised dead. So we will see how that plays out. Will I be doubling damage on a crit or taking the crit damage roll? Here in Roll20, whatever works. I'm not too worried about it here today. Today, I just want to have things move forward. So if they want to roll the dice twice or they want to roll once and double, I don't really care today. It's going to be challenging enough. So, Steve, before we get too far into it, would you like to assign those points? You'll see that I already gave them all 1 hero point to start with, because I am a benevolent GM. I am kind and caring. So, Steve, would you like to spend those points? You could just give all the players, +2 on some d20 rolls. You can buy a raised dead for the first casualty. Sure. We can mark that down. What I'm going to do for that is I'm going to put that in here. So if there's a 1 down there at the bottom, that's a floating free raised dead. So the first person who dies gets to come back, courtesy of Steve. All right. At this point in time, I'm going to unmute the players and let them introduce themselves.
Ooh.
Hello, everybody.
Bulmahn, how are you, buddy?
Hey there, folks.
Hello.
So I'm going to go right down the order and let each one of them introduce themselves. We'll start with Dan. Dan, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, it's me, your old buddy Dan.
Hey there, Dan. You ready for this insanity?
I think so. I am still kind of on the fence about how long I think I'm gonna last. I think I give my chances about 30% that I'm gonna make it to the end of the game.
The end of the game.
Yeah.
Right. Sure. So I do want to note for folks playing here, and for those of you watching, sometime between 6 and 6:30, this is going to end, no matter where they're at. So if they don't make it all the way through in 2.5 hours, we'll call it good, and we'll assume that rocks fall and they all die. But because I don't want it to take up the whole stream, and I've got a whole bunch of people here on the line, some of which are in vastly divergent time zones. So it's going to get pretty late for folks. So next up, Darth, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Darth Emrys.
Yeah? You know what? Actually, sorry. I just realized we should probably do this the right way. Dan, what are you playing?
I am, let me bring this up so I get it all correct. I'm a rogue, of course. Nobody's surprised, because Team Rogue forever.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
I'm an elf, and my, I'm a whisper elf, is what I am.
Sweet.
And my background is bounty hunter.
All right.
There you have it.
Elven rogue bounty hunter. All right, Darth, what are you playing?
I am playing a Wellspring Gnome with the Acolyte
With the Acolyte background, okay.
And I am Garvanisern Kindlebright, the Everlight's Candle, Bearer of the Healing Flame, Knight of the Dawnflower, and Redeemer of Surrender.
All right, so you're all those titles then.
Most of them he gave himself.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. All right. So that's awesome and fun. Welcome to the table. Elf, what are you playing? Well, introduce yourself, Elf, and what are you playing?
Hello.
I will be playing Mircora Slitterbane, a Seer Held scholar that is also an alchemist.
Okay.
And they dream all their life to be a spellcaster, but sadly never succeeded. So they try to pretend their potions are actually spells.
So, elf, you made an elf. Well, that's convenient. And you're an alchemist who wanted to be a wizard, but ended up studying the wrong book, apparently.
They tried to study both wizardry, all of them. They studied wizardry, they tried to become a druid,
Yeah.
they tried to become everything. But
Oh, sure.
Everything
Yeah.
failed.
Fantastic. All right, next up, Dark Swordsman. Introduce yourself. What are you playing?
I am playing a umbral gnome barbarian.
An
With
umbral
the
gnome
martial-
barbarian.
Yes, with the martial disciple athletics background.
All right. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna do great. and next up, Valantrix. Welcome, Valantrix. What are you playing?
Yes, I'm playing Valorous, a half-elf bard, also with martial discipline background, with athletics as well.
Wait, did none of you take Street Urchin?
Looks
Big
like we didn't.
surprise. But no.
That didn't work out well for the last one, so
Oh, the Baron's going to be very disappointed. All right. Well, everyone ready to get started? Anybody got any last-minute questions before we get going here today?
I think we're good.
I think I'm ready.
All right. I am going to go ahead and mute my standard background music. We'll get that out of here. And then we're going to start up the music for the stream. All right. The 5 of you each find yourself frog marched one by one into the throne room of the king, Thalkin Ptolemir, the lord of this portion of the River Kingdoms. You are escorted in one by one, each one of you having been rudely awoken this morning, dragged from your bed, and told it is your time to serve your king by some rough and tumble guard. I'm going to go down the list here, and can each of you tell me what you were doing when the guards woke you up? Troy, 1989, thank you for the follow. Dan, what were you doing?
So, I had actually went on quite the bender last night, and I had woken up in the alley. Oh, you mean in the game? Never mind.
Yeah,
That's a joke. Anyway,
they're one and the same, let's be honest.
so my character's name is Four, and he basically went on kind of a bender, and woke up in the alley to being kicked in the gut by these guards, and was rousted. And so he really has no idea what's going on at all.
So the guards roughly kicked you in the gut and were like, "Come on, you sluggard!
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The king told me to go get as many street urchins as I could find. This'll do."
Yeah, and that's the thing. Four looks exactly like a street urchin, like for sure.
Yeah, all right. Chiamore, thank you for the bits. Next up, Darth, what were you doing when the guards woke you up this morning?
Well, I actually probably wasn't sleeping. I would guess that Garvanisarin would have been up with the dawn to worship Serenray, but being in just like his kind of old robes, they probably mistook him for a street urchin. And he just kind of rolled with it, like, "Oh, serve the king? Of course."
Yeah, well, I mean, why wouldn't you? Yeah. I just realized, did that disappear? Where'd that go? There it is. All right. There's the free reroll. Wanted to make sure that stayed in that thing. Okay. So, yeah, the guards found you praying to the sun, and because of your shabby robes, they just assumed you were a street urchin. They're like, you'll do. Come on. You're going to meet the king. He certainly smells like an urchin. So, Elf, What were you doing this morning when the guards found you?
I was asleep in the library.
All right. You were
Probably
asleep in the library?
Yep.
Yeah.
Reading all the night.
Yeah. So the guards kind of come in and roughly grab you, and they're like, "You know the rules, no sleeping in the library." And they drag you out and take you to the king. This one will do. The king needs more urchins. Next up, Dark Swordsman. What were you up to this morning?
I rolled off the roof and landed in front of one of the guards. And it was just like, okay, I've been apparently drafted just because I rolled off in front of them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You roll off the roof, and the guards like are in the process of dragging one of the others to the king, and they're like, another one. The king's gonna be so happy. We found him so many urchins. And you get dragged along as well. Volantrix, you are last. What were you doing this morning when the guards found you and assumed you were a street urchin?
Well, after a night of drunken debauchery and playing for my supper, and trying to find some friendly arms to sleep with, I don't know. I woke up and I was alone.
Well, you weren't alone for long, because the door burst open and the guards found you, and one of the gamblers that you had been drinking with the night before apparently ratted you out as a no good ne'er-do-well, and you've been arrested as a street urchin.
Always misunderstood.
Yeah, that happens, right? All right. So the five of you find yourself in front of the king. The Baron is sitting at his throne. Next to him is a gigantic, I mean absolutely titanic basket filled with muffins.
Are they from the Muffin Men?
You can only imagine. Yeah, they look incredibly delicious. And he's currently picking at a poppy seed muffin. Looks like he's enjoying it quite a bit. And he seems to almost not notice you as the guards kind of drag you all in and knock you to your knees. He's just enjoying his muffin, and one of the guards kind of comes up and is like, Sir, my liege. And he's just like, what? And as he says that, like, muffin crumbs are falling out of his mouth, and he's like, what is it? And he's like, oh, good, finally. I'm glad to see that my gods have found me the appropriate volunteers, as he kind of looks to all of you.
Volunteer?
Yeah, none of you were volunteered. Then no one asked you whether or not you wanted to go on this. The king looks down to all of you and says, right, well, I have a bit of a quest for all of you, if you wouldn't mind doing your king a favor. I have an important task that needs to be accomplished. What do you say?
Well, I mean, I think the first thing that I would ask is why I was selected for this task.
He looks to you and says, well, you see, I've been trying to solve this particular problem now for many months, almost a year now. I've been trying to retrieve a ring that was lost to me, and I need some adventurers to go and retrieve it. And my guards have identified you as the adventurer of some sort.
An adventurer.
Yes?
Interesting.
Well, it's a simple task. I need you to venture to a nearby dungeon and retrieve something that was lost to me. You can do that, right? It's a simple task.
tell me this: if it's a simple task, why aren't your own soldiers going to do this for you?
Ah, they're far too busy. I have them, taking care of matters of critical importance to the realm. They have to, guard our borders and deal with the damnable king nearby, who's constantly plaguing my lands. It's busy work, but you all might be able to solve this particular problem for me.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Now, in the past, I've sent people by themselves on this mission, but it hasn't gone so well. So I thought, it might be good to send more than one. Send a small group, a group of adventurers, like how I like to travel.
Oh. Yeah. Together we might all
Yes, you might all. Yeah.
all be sorry. Together we might all make everyone better by filling the holes in our train.
Indeed, as a group, you might be able to succeed where one has failed. Traveling together, you might be able to even recover my ring. Wouldn't that be grand?
Your Highness.
Yes.
Are we going to be equipped in any fashion?
Why would you need? I assume as adventurers such as yourself, you are already well equipped for this incredibly dangerous task.
Equipped, possibly, but one can never be too prepared for adventure.
Ah, well, what could you possibly need to go on this quest? I'm assuming you have weapons and armor? And surely there are many, generous patrons out there that are helping you with your roles. By the way, thank you, Alara, for throwing the bits at the party. Just so everybody everybody in the party knows, right now, all of you have +1 to a d20 roll. Make sure to announce that you're using it before you roll, and I will allow you to use as many of those +1s as you have. Everybody has 1 right at the moment, and everyone has 1 hero point, which will allow you to re-roll any 1 d20 roll.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Alara.
Aki, I can't promise anything. These fine folk are not Knights of Everflame. I mean, come on, they're not that skilled. All right, so so let's see. Chaotic, we've got a +1 for Dan and a +1 for Volantrix. So that's going to put them up to 2 each.
Thank you, Chaotic. That's awesome.
And there we go. That is now updated. All right. So
my question that I have is, you say you lost the ring. You don't have it anymore. Do you know if it was stolen, or did you just genuinely lose it and it's just not around anymore?
You'd like to hear about how I lost the ring? Fair enough. Well, I'll tell you. In my youth, I was a headstrong, reckless adventurer, charging off into danger with nary a thought for the safety of me or my companions. And one day, I went running off into a dungeon, and therein this was before I became so stout of heart and brave as I am now, but back then, I was susceptible to fear and other such magics. Surely it was magic that scared me off. And I went into this dungeon, and therein I saw the living dead. And when I saw them, I panicked and fled, but I did not realize that I'd lost my ring in the process. So I assume it fell off in that dungeon. It's probably down there. It's easy to find. It's a simple silver band with a simple gemstone set in the middle. You can't miss it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Right in the middle. Okay.
Yes, it's quite simple. It's about a day's away from here. My guards will give you a map, and all you have to do is travel to this dungeon and retrieve my ring in return. And should you do so, you can have anything in the kingdom that you desire, like even some of these muffins. And he looks to them and just like picks up another, like one of those giant blueberry muffins, one of the, that has like, it has like actual like whole blueberries in it, and it's covered in that thick crusty sugar. And he takes a big bite, and muffin bits are falling out of his beard.
I have a sour stomach, so that's not helping.
Well, speaking for myself only, I had nothing better to do today anyway, so let's go find a damn ring.
I'm glad you agree, because I'd hate to have to punish you for disobeying your king. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. That's a terrible way to start the adventure.
Yes, I've heard rumors.
Scurrilous rumors, I'm sure. I would never execute someone just for returning empty-handed. That's not like me at all.
Well, not at all. I thank you, okay.
All right. Well, very well then. Assuming you are all ready, then we should send you on your way. Get you on your way to this dungeon.
Let's get this party started.
All right. Well, you are all able to pack up your meager belongings. You're first level adventurers, so it's not like you've got a lot. And you're able to make your way to the dungeon. The guards provide you with a map. It's an old piece of parchment. They hand it to you, and it has a very simple map leading from the capital of the kingdom out into the wilderness to a relatively small dungeon that's not too far away, about a day's ride. So yeah, simple, easy. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're making your way out there? Oh, I forgot. Jeez, I have not run this in a long time. On your way there, you encounter the corpse of a character sitting by the side of the road. This corpse has a variety of objects on it. In fact, it has 5 objects on it, and each one of you may choose one. Okay. This is what the body has. It has a cup with a hole in it. It has a turnip, a rather old, wrinkly turnip. It has half of a belt, the part with the buckle. It has a candle. It's about this big. It's about this much of a candle left. And it has a moldy orange. That's what it's got.
Garvanasarin will take the candle.
All right. You reach down to the body and take the candle. You now have a candle that will burn for about 30 minutes or so, tops.
It's a sign from Serenray.
Yeah. No. Well, clearly. What about the rest of you? What would you like?
I'll take the broken cup with the hole in it.
The cup with a hole in it. All right. Yeah.
Why not?
It's a holy cup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Truly a sacred object.
Bellamy will take the half belt.
Half of a belt. All right. So, Volantrix and Elf, there are only 2 items left. One is a shrivelly old turnip.
I'll take the
Turnip and an orange, huh? I will take whatever nobody else wants.
I was going to take the turnip.
All right. Elf, you
I'll
take
the orange.
you take the turnip, and Volantrix, you have a moldy orange, which undoubtedly at least has some citrus still in it. So, I mean, take that, scurvy. But, that's all there is. Make sure I have all of my maps and notes associated. It's been a while since I've run this, actually. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. All right. So, you travel for a bit, and you all arrive at the entrance to a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure my map is scrolled in the right way. Sorry, I'm fixing a thing or two that is showing up when it's not supposed to. There it is. Alright, we'll just get rid of those for now. Okay. Alright, so you find yourselves standing outside of a dungeon. Oh, I just realized I didn't edit that on all of them.
What do we see?
I'll explain that in just half a second. Sorry, everybody. I forgot to turn on the nameplates for all of the characters on this particular instance of the dungeon. There we are. Alright. There. Now everybody at home should be able to see what's going on. Alright. So, the 5 of you arrive at the entrance to a dungeon. Up ahead there is a passageway looking off into the darkness. In front of this passageway there is an old statue of a soldier. Its features worn smooth by the passage of time. It looks like it's like holding a sword, but you can't make out anything about its face or anything. That's long gone, as if either weather or damage caused it to wear away. So yeah, that's what you see, and beyond it there is a passageway going off into darkness, as you can see there. So I'm assuming for all of your interfaces, for all of you playing, you can see all the characters in the entrance of the dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I
Well,
know.
that's what you see. Darth, you had mentioned that you have a light spell, so if you'd like to light that up, you can. I believe I've already turned on the light radius for that. If anyone else would like to engage any other light sources, let me know, and I will edit and add those, although I think you can as well. Under the Advanced tab, you can give yourself a light source that is 40/20. So,
All right.
what?
It actually was not me that had
That
light.
was me, I believe.
It was Darth, right?
I have a light spell.
Darth, or was that Bellatrix?
Bellatrix.
That was me, I think.
Oh, all right.
Bellatrix.
I will.
Yeah, I'm the bard, so I'm assuming.
I will fix that. Go ahead and...
So, when I see follow us casting the life spells, oh, you can do magic! So lucky!
Super excited that you can do magic at all.
Oh, after that you have to show it to me.
Aki, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All right. So, what do you do?
Well, Servo, so 4 is going to kind of sneak up to the statue and kind of inspect it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and move your character up over toward the statue? There we go. All right. So, Dan, you move over to you move your character over to the statue to take a look at it. Do you have any knowledges you want to test, or are you just kind of taking a peek at it with perception?
I'm just going to take a peek with perception.
All right. Well, go ahead and roll perception for me.
I am excited to do that as soon as I know. Do I just hit the perceive button?
You should.
Okay. Boom.
There we go. All right. So, you take a good look at the statue. You get an 18 on the check. And taking a really good peek at it, it looks like it was a statue of a knight. You can kind of tell that it's carved to look like it's wearing armor. But, like I said, the details and features are really worn away to almost nothing. It's really hard to see anything. I just recalled something. Hold on. All players see light. There we are. Yeah, there we go.
I do have low light vision too. Just.
So you are able to look a little bit into the chamber beyond. And you can see that the passageway that you are looking at descends into darkness. There is a staircase that goes down into the blackness of the world. You're not quite sure what's going on in there, but it looks like it goes down about 10 feet or so, dropping off down into the dark. That's about all you can see with where you're currently at. What would everyone else like to do? Anyone else like to do anything special?
Go ahead, Elf.
Okay, I'll try to recall knowledge if I remember anything about this place, if it has any reputation, or if the if the statue give me any hint or something. But
sure. Do you have society as a skill?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a society check.
Okay.
Nice.
You cast your mind back to this area, and this is in the middle of the Stolen Lands, which is part of the River Kingdoms, and you know that this part of the world has been rife with rising and falling kingdoms over the years. This could very well just be the dungeon or lair of some other would-be king whose kingdom fell ages ago. But to be honest, there's been so many of them that you don't actually know which one it might even be. Oof. So,
can Bellamy draw on his knowledge of I thought I had it written down.
What are you trying to use?
Warfare. His knowledge of warfare and statue.
If you want, you can attempt a warfare lore check. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, for those of you in chat, yes, I do hate statues as an architect. They're not architecture; they're decoration.
Okay, what are the chances of that?
Is that the third 18 in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Looks like our cheating macro worked, everybody.
Yeah, no, well, you all have different bonuses. It's just coming out to an 18 every time. So, mental note, all monsters' ACs just became a 19. So... It's fine. It's fine. This is all fine. You take a good look at this, and the only thing you can really tell from it is that, because you don't really see any insignia or anything, the only thing you can really tell from it is it looks like someone, like, in rage, perhaps hit the statue with an axe or another blade, causing the front of its face to just kind of fall off. It looks like somebody was pretty angry about this dungeon. You're not sure who. Could be anybody. Could be any one of the countless people who went in here and never came back.
Or wretched souls.
I mean, they knew they weren't going to come back, so they preemptively hit the statue in the face. So, anyway, what do you do next?
We don't know each other. We're like kind of a thrown together party.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna let everybody know that I'm somewhat okay at trying to find traps and things like that. And so if we want, I can try to lead and kind of help out everybody. But if somebody feels like they're better, then by all means take point.
Oh, all I do is know stuff. Don't ask me to apply them. I know stuff. Just that.
Yeah, you can lead the way for traps. Just don't get too far ahead, or you might get in over your head.
Got it. I run. No, I'm just kidding.
I'd like to make a reflex save to clothesline him.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. So what are folks doing here?
I'm gonna go in first.
Okay.
We'll let Dan go in first. Sounds like a good idea.
Bellamy will follow after.
forward, I guess.
Garbanison will go after that and go.
Steve, you
Whoa,
are
Steve.
far too benevolent. Everybody,
Steve,
you just
back at
got
it
an
again.
extra hero point thanks to Steve Geddes, everybody. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thanks,
I greatly
Steve.
appreciate that.
Thanks.
You're going to give them a fighting chance. How dare you?
Wait, you're
Awesome,
leaving,
Steve.
Steve? Oh.
Steve, thank you for stopping by today here, Steve. I'm glad you were able to stop by here for Community Day. Sorry you won't be here later when we do the drawing, but thank you for stopping by anyway. We do greatly appreciate it.
Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Well, hopefully, what do you do, Pods? They will spend one of their hero points before they have to spend all of their hero points to stabilize while dying. But, you know, who knows? All right, so it looks like I have everyone in a bit of an order here, which is good. Let me make sure I've got everything set up the way I need it to. Okay, cool. Yes. All right. So, Dan, you begin making your way into this passageway, and you can see that the stairs go down about 10 feet before leveling out and going further off into the darkness. The problem is Valantrix's light is a little far behind you, so it's not illuminating too much. Your low light vision allows you to see that this passageway goes down quite a ways, and then there is a turn to the right. You also get a sense that there is some light coming from ahead. That somewhere up in the distance there is another light source. Somewhere in this dungeon.
Okay. Well, I am going to take a very slow step forward while I'm inspecting for traps.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and bounce me a perception check, and feel free to move yourself forward as far as you would like to move yourself.
Okay, so...
I mean, within, one move, right?
Yeah. Should I do perception first and then move?
Yeah,
'Cause
give me the
that's
perception
probably what I
first.
would do.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's that. And then, should I be doing these, blind rolls? Is there a way to do that? Or do you mind?
I don't. For this stream, I don't care.
Okay. All right. So I do that, and then I'm going to go right there. And the whole time, I'm talking over my shoulder. You guys,
Sure.
This is easy. This is a piece of cake. I got this. Don't worry.
So, with a lovely roll of 10, you feel very confident that there's nothing here and are able to just move forward. So feel free to keep moving yourself forward.
Okay. All right.
Hey, you're not seeing a thing at all.
And then here comes another perception check before I move again. Boom.
Yeah.
And again,
Yeah.
I move forward.
Yeah, you're still not seeing anything. Dan, we're just so you know,
Yes.
roll it. We're not going to have you roll every 5 feet because this is going to go
Okay,
real
all right.
slow if we do that.
Because I am.
So,
you know what?
generally speaking, I'm going to assume that one perception roll is good
Yes.
for one entire amount of movement.
Oh, hey. All
Yeah.
right. Well.
So
then
for you,
I'm
that's
going-
20, 25 feet or something like that?
My movement is 35 feet.
Oh, yeah, so feel free to move down that corridor as far as you want.
All right. Well, as I get down to that top steps right there where I'm at right now, does any more of the hallway open up? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna-
Valantrix is moving up, and that is obviously helping out quite a bit since it allows you to see a bit more.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna try to keep so he can see but better.
Yeah, you gotta stay close enough that everybody can see your light that way.
I love the name Fat Ass Frodo. That's such a I'm sorry. It's such a good name. I love it.
There's a reason why the Eagles didn't carry him all the way to Mount Doom. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move to the bottom of the stairs. Is where I'm gonna stop because I also don't want to go too far.
Sure. Yeah.
Past people behind me.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense. Why would you go further? So you notice up ahead, somewhere around. Let's see, somewhere around. That point there. I think that showed up, right?
It pinged.
Yeah, good. Right around that point there, you see what looks to be like some really fainted scribbling on the wall that was maybe done with a piece of chalk. But that's it. Yeah, and that's right around there.
Okay. All right. I am going to. Let's see. So that's about 10 feet ahead of me, was where
Yeah.
it looked like. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of. I'm still in the range where I felt pretty good. I didn't see any traps, right?
Yeah.
Great. I'm going to turn around and give a thumbs up and a wink to my party. Be like, I'm gonna read this real quick, and I'm gonna jump over to where I think it is.
Sure. All right. So you go walking up there to kind of hop over to that location. And you go making your way up to that spot, and you walk right into it. And as you do so, the floor just opens up beneath you. Almost as if there's a pit trap here that
What? I
has
didn't see that.
swallowed up characters for almost a year now. So let's see.
So Garvanasarin, if he sees that, he's gonna run.
I mean,
And pull out a 10-foot pole and shove it down the.
Oh, look at that.
the
That's
question is, how deadly is this pit?
Well, that's the question we're about to answer. Hold on here. I need to get Dan properly layered here. There we go. Now
looks
everyone
good.
can see it. That works. So, Dan, can you
Yeah.
please roll me a reflex save?
I think I can.
Oh, well, that's good.
Boom. Nailed it. 15. I think we're all good here. Let's keep moving.
So, 15. So Dan, that's not
really good.
That's not good enough.
Oh, what?
So
All right.
you take 10 points of damage as you fall down this pit.
Okay. How do I take damage?
I just did it to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I
appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. I'm trying to see if I can make that clear. Oh yeah, I totally can.
Wait, it was 5 points or 10 points?
It was 10 points.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can make that appear to everyone. I can. Look at that. Your little health bar has appeared above you, and it is now small. Let me turn that on for everybody real quick. That's something I didn't know. I've got it. Did someone run away?
No, I think somebody's layered under somebody else.
Oh, I think you're probably right. Yeah, no, someone is clearly layered above someone else. Ah, there it is. All right. There we are. Okay. And that's the last of you. There we are. All right, so everyone's health bars are now visible above them. There we go. Okay, great. So, Dan, you go jumping up to this spot and fall right down into a pit. You tumble down to the bottom, and upon reaching that spot, you find that you are down here with a rusted heavy mace. There is the crumbling remains of a flower, a blue rock, and some bones.
So I'm going to see all this stuff, and I yell up out of the pit, "Hey guys, I found the mace. It's cool. We're all good here."
As you are doing that, the doors of the pit are slowly starting to close.
Oh crap. Okay.
Is there a ring?
So Garvanasarin has a couple of 10-foot poles. He's gonna like toss one down and be like, "Climb up."
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
toss a 10-foot pole down the 20-foot pit.
Yep.
So, all right. So
Rope.
I've got rope.
I have rope too if anybody needs it.
I have
Yeah.
rope. I also have a couple more 10-foot poles.
How many 10-foot poles are you carrying?
I think I grabbed 4.
So-
4.
All right. So before we do all of this stuff, what does the what do the sides look like as far as climbability?
Well, I mean, it's probably relatively climbable. I mean, it's not like mirror smooth or anything like that. It's kind of standard, dungeon cobblestone wall. So,
Okay.
it's not impossible to climb. But looking up, you realize that you have very little time before the door actually closes. Now,
That's what I'm wondering.
that said, you also have friends up above, so they can probably reopen it. So you're probably
Yeah.
not in dire peril. You can only imagine if you were to fall down here without any friends with you, how incredibly deadly this might be.
So I'm gonna take out my 50-foot rope and try to get it thrown up to the top before it closes all the way. And at the same time say, somebody look for a button that might have opened this to begin with, because I'm about to get trapped down here.
All right. Hey, Kemlek, thank you for watching here today. We will catch you next time. Glad to see you. Hope you get some good sleep. Folks on European time, it's late over there. All right. So, Dan, you are throwing the rope up. Can you give me an athletics check to throw the rope up?
Boy, can I!
I am looking forward to seeing it.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Boom, nailed it. I think we're good.
A 6. A little less than ideal. Kemlak, thank you. Before he left, he just evened up the +1s on everyone else. So Darth, Dark
Oh, nice.
Sword, and Elf, you now all have +2s. So that's a thing. That's good. So thank you very much, Kemlak. I greatly appreciate that. So, Dan, you attempt to throw the rope up the pit, but with an athletics roll of 6, all you manage to do is throw the rope up, and then it comes down on top of you, and now it's all tangled up all over you.
So now for the hero point stuff, because Applenees is 100% correct. Is there a way? Can I re-roll, or is it too late?
No,
to
you
use
can
my
re-roll
hero
that
point?
right now. That's fine.
Roll.
All right, I'm going to use my hero point.
All right, you were going to use a hero point. All right, I'm going to drop you down to 1.
All right, here we go.
Here
It's
we go.
athletics, right?
I'm sure this is going to be better.
And I'm going to add a +1 to it.
Are you gonna spend a +1 as well?
I think so.
You can spend a +1 or a +2.
No, I'm just going to re-roll and do a +1.
Just 1. All right.
Because a 7, if I had a 7 last time, I'd be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And here we go. Nailed it.
Roll.
7 was good, right?
Well done. So, Applebee's just replaced the hero point that you spent on expertly re-rolling that athletic skill check. And I'm glad that we're getting a chance to test this, because now you know for a fact that 7 is not enough.
I mean, Jason, I trust your skills, but check the number again, my friend. I'm sure.
So, you throw the rope up, it comes down in a heap on top of you, and as you are standing there doing that, the door closes up above, I'm afraid.
All right. Did they hear me say look for a button or something? Did that?
Oh,
go
yeah.
through?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we're right there. We're
Yeah,
right
so,
at it.
Yeah.
who is that right
All right.
behind you? Darth? Darth, what are you
Yes.
doing, since you're right
Um,
behind him?
So as it's closing, I'm like, tie it to the pole. and then I'm gonna look around for a way to open this without falling down myself.
Sure. Okay, so you're doing that. Valantrix, would you like to do anything in particular?
Nothing off the top of my head at the moment. I got some ideas if this doesn't work. So
Well, it undoubtedly won't. So good, you keep working on those.
I'd like to make a perception check to see if I can find any noticeable trigger.
Okay. Give me a perception check. You're not quite sure. You're a little far away, but it looked like it was triggered just by weight. Like it was just weight that set it off. Like there didn't appear to be any tripwire or anything like that. He just stepped on it and the floor just opened up and swallowed him. Elf, is there anything you'd like to do in the back there?
I'm a bit far, so I'll just go there and scribble in the wall, "Beware of traps."
Nice.
I am sure this will greatly benefit the next group that is sent to this horrible, horrible place. All right. So, Dan, back to you. You're down in this pit. What would you like to try next? The door up above is almost closed. But to be honest, Darth, it looks like all you have to do is, carefully put enough weight on it to open it back up. So it's not really, with multiple people here, it's not really that big of a challenge to get it open again. So, right now it's just a matter of figuring out how to get out of the pit.
So I'm actually going to be gathering up all the stuff that's down there.
Okay.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
And storing it like in a pouch or whatever.
Sure. And
then getting that rope ready. Just kind of waiting for them to get it back open again for me.
Sure. All right. It closes up again. Darth, you're pretty sure all it needs is some weight. How are you going to accomplish that?
So I'm going to take the other 3 10-foot poles and kind of like lay them across the floor. Maybe take a bit of rope and like tie them together.
Okay.
And then basically kind of like walk on that like it's a little balance beam thing.
Sure.
And like get to the middle of the square and like stomp down.
Okay. This is a great plan. I love this plan. Can you
Don't worry, I'll catch you.
Can you give me a craft check? Since you're crafting a bit of a bridge here. Dan, you just got 3 + 1, so I'm going to put you up to 4. Thank you, Chaotic Gordon.
Chaotic, thank you.
I'm going to use a hero point to re-roll.
Yeah.
You don't think a 4 is good enough?
I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no, that's not how you tie it.
All right, so Darth, you were like, ooh, I don't think that's very good. So why don't you go ahead and give me that craft check again? I've reduced your hero points down to 1. Oh, there you go.
Much better.
That looks far more solid, far more reasonable to stand on and not die immediately. Okay, so you go out on top of the bridge and put your foot down, and the trapdoor opens again, and you are now looking down at Dan. Dan, you now see that Darth is standing above you on some crude bridge made out of 10-foot poles.
Okay. I'm gonna try to throw the rope up.
Okay. Can you?
And I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Is it another? It's athletics, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna add 2 to this.
You're gonna add 2 to this. This is a good call because
my athletics is terrible.
I swear, if you get a 6 again.
Oh, buckle in. It's probably gonna happen. God damn it.
Hey, you're going up.
Well, it went up by 2. So,
man.
Yeah, the bonus of 2 gets it up to a 10, which
good.
fortunately,
Great. Pull me up,
Dan,
guys. This is great.
is what you needed. It was just a 10.
Really?
Yeah, you're just throwing
Nice.
rope. So, Darth, can you give me a reflex save to catch it before it falls back down the pit? I will.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna try that because he's afraid of falling.
Yeah.
So, but what he will do is he'll like lay down on the poles to try to
Okay.
like less chance of him falling that way.
Sorry, your voice cut out in the middle of that. You're gonna do what?
He's gonna lay down on the poles, like belly side down, and try to like hold his hands down to try to catch the rope.
Oh,
next
sure.
time he throws.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to try to like reach down really quick and fall. 'Cause
So to be clear, you're not catching it this time.
no, he's afraid that if he tries, he sees the rope get thrown, and he's still standing up. So he's like, I'm not.
Oh, I love all of you. All right, so
People,
All right, so
why don't we use...
Darth is on top, is over Dan's character. So
yeah.
Bellamy will step up and he's going to just lower his rope down to
Thank you.
Dan's character.
Yeah.
Elf, you were trying to say something?
Oh, I put back my rope in my bag.
Oh, all right.
Venison looks back and he's like, I forgot I had rope.
All right.
That's a much better idea.
A rope ends up down there to keep this moving along so that it doesn't become the 2-hour rope in a pit expedition. Dan, can you give me an athletics check to climb out of the pit?
Oh Christ. Why not?
It's fine.
I have help though, right? They're also pulling and. all
Well,
that
you have a
stuff, so-
rope. That certainly helps, and they can help kind of pull you up. So yeah, I mean that helps a little.
So
There we go.
Should I make an athletics to pull him up?
You know what? He did so well that it doesn't matter really how badly or how well you do, because he got a 19. So
Yay.
he comes flying up that rope with grace and agility. Not letting anyone know that he fell down a pit. Right? So, oh wow, my green screen keeps popping in and out. I think it's because it's for those of you watching, my green screen box keeps appearing because it is sunset right now, and I'm getting a lot of extra light in the room that's throwing it off. So anyway, Dan, why don't we just go and pop you to the other side of the pit? There you are.
Yay.
Darth, you were laying down on top of it, so I'm going to move you to the pit. Oh, the pit is in everyone's way. All right. Well, we're just gonna get rid of the pit. It's we know where it is. Oh, actually, I can put it right there. All right, there we go. Okay. So, problem solved. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so how is everybody getting across the pit? You've got a bridge, so you can pretty much just walk it. I mean, it's not really that difficult.
Yeah, I'm gonna like kind of shimmy my way across since I'm already lying down. I don't want to try to stand up
And do it again. Probably a good idea. Yeah, we can just walk across the bridge. That's what I'd do.
All right.
How wide is this pit?
It's only 5 feet.
5 feet.
Yeah.
I mean, we could jump that, I think.
Yeah, we can just jump that.
Yeah, you certainly can. I mean, you don't even need to make a check. You can just literally make a
Yeah, that's
long
just
jump
the
and
whatever.
automatically get across it. The second edition rules make this trap obsolete if you know where it is. So, to keep things moving, I'm going to just say that you jump across it. Dan, feel free to move your character forward a bit as the party continues deeper and deeper into the dungeon. Valantrix, you begin moving up there as well. So, here is what you see. Up ahead, Dan, you can see that the... I need to stay out of the brighter light. Okay. Dan, you can see that the corridor, after it takes a turn to the right, goes into a larger chamber. There is some flickering firelight in this chamber from a pair of torches. The chamber, from your current vantage point, is a little odd. You can see, in addition, you can see the two torches. That's wrong interface. But there is a dais off to one side. Here we are. I think it's right down here. Making sure I have the right token. There it is. Okay. So, off to one side, you see a dais that rises up to a throne of some sort. You can't really get a good look at it from your current angle. What you can see, the only thing you really can see right at the moment, is standing in the room in front of the in front of this dais is the frozen body of what appears to be a monk or a fighter of some sort, standing there immobile.
All right. I'm going to slowly move into the room.
All right, so before we do that, hold on. Dan just bought a +1 for everybody. That's going to put everybody up to 3. I'll go ahead and make those adjustments. Thank you very much, Dan. I'm sure everyone appreciates that. Risk 75 just gave a hero point to Volantrix. That fills Volantrix up at 3. We'll limit everybody to 3 of those. So Volantrix, you are up to 3 hero points. FYI. All right. So, Dan, you said you were moving up a bit?
Yeah, I'm going to slowly move into the room.
Okay.
What is that? The dark hallway right in front of me. Is there anything there?
Well, your low light vision allows you to see that there is really kind of nothing in that space. But because it is so dark and the light source hasn't really caught up with you yet, it is kind of an area of kind of deepest darkness. But it's probably fine. You can move through it.
Okay.
Until Volantrix gets up here with the light, you're going to be a little hampered for vision.
All right. Well, I'm just going to go right there then.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. There we go. Volantrix has moved forward, so now everybody can kind of move themselves to a more reasonable position. All right. Yeah, look at that. Okay. So, Dan, and kind of everyone else now, you can all kind of see this. Looking into this chamber, you can see a couple of interesting features. First of all, there is a throne, and this is perhaps the most dominant kind of feature in the room. There is this throne. It looks like it's made out of black stone, possibly obsidian. Slumped over in the throne is a skeleton, wearing ancient, tattered-looking robes. The skeleton is kind of slumped over in the chair, leaning off to one side. Why, hello everyone! I'm being rated by a absolutely titanic group, by streamer Cansiger. Welcome and thank you for the follow. Hello everyone! We are being rated by an absolutely gigantic group from Turkey. Hello everyone! Thank you for the follows. I am in the middle of running a Pathfinder 2nd edition game for some folks. Welcome!
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Well, I think we might have passed the
hold on just a moment, folks. I'm watching my stream chat go by faster than I can read it. I'm being rated by an absolutely gigantic group. Well, welcome everybody. Sorry, what was that?
Whoa, 800
So-
viewers.
I'm gonna move into the room by one
All right.
and try to do some perception just to see if there's anything else here besides what's immediately obvious, which is the frozen person and the skeleton in the chair.
Yeah, okay. So let me finish the description here.
Okay.
So hello, welcome. In the throne you have the slumped over skeleton. Its arms are reaching forward toward a pair of armrests that are kind of not there. The throne itself looks like it's made of black stone, and the ends of it look like they were at one point in time perhaps fully carved, maybe to be skulls, because the rest of it kind of looks like it's carved to look like bones and other pieces of like skeleton. That's what the throne looks like. The skeleton that's in the throne is just kind of slumped over to one side. It is looks like a human skeleton. It's old. It's yellowed with age. In addition, there is this character frozen in the center of the room. See if I can look up the description. Yeah, he looks like a half-orc, perhaps a half-orc barbarian, and he is just standing there frozen in time, unable to move, unable to do anything. As a matter of fact, you can see a fine layer of dust all over this frozen character that looks like he's in like mid punch. So yeah, you can see that. Now, wow, folks, normally I love to call out all the people who are following me, but that is an endless stream of follows, and there's no way I could keep up with it. So let me just say en masse, thank you for the follow, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I am Jason Bulmahn. I'm the director of game design at Paizo. I am the creator of the Pathfinder role-playing game, and welcome to my channel. This is my one-year anniversary stream, and today we are playing some Pathfinder 2nd Edition with a number of fans here in the stream, and we're having a good time doing that.
Yeah. Really good time.
We're trying to. I mean, we just had a lot of misadventures with a pit. So, yeah, who knows what's going on. So let me describe what else is in this room. There's a door to the north and a door to the south. Both of them are old wooden-looking doors. They are both closed. I believe there is a smattering of dust around this room as well. Looking at the number of characters who have died here in the past, yeah, there's a bunch. But it looks like in the months that have passed by, the dust has kind of settled out, and you can't really make anything out. It's now just kind of a kind of dusty room. It looks like no one's been in here in many months.
I'm going to keep moving into the frozen person.
Sure. If everyone else would like to move themselves forward a bit.
Actually, as soon as I can get a good look at the skeleton, I want to kind of check it out using my undead, if that is possible.
You cut out in the middle of it, so could you give me that again?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
I want to use undead lore to see if that skeleton kind of like, if I can recognize it as an undead, or the throne.
Okay. By the way, one of you is picking up a lot of feedback and echo. I'm not sure which one, so be careful with the mic and your speakers, everybody. So go ahead and give me that undead lore check. Go ahead and roll that. A 4.
No, guys, it's totally not.
You're pretty sure that's an ogre.
No, I am going to.
Would you like to reroll?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend that last. Yeah, I'm gonna spend that last hero point and reroll.
All right, that is your last hero point. Would you like to put any +1s on this before you roll?
Sure, let's put a +1 on it.
All right. You have spent a +1 and your reroll. So go ahead and give me that undead lore check.
Nailed it.
Totally not an undead.
So you're pretty sure that thing might be a fae. You can't be certain, but it might be fae. So, looking at it, you're like, you can't possibly know whether or not that is undead or not. Capricola, thank you for the bits. Who's that hero point going to?
Nice.
Thank you.
Let's see. Darth. All right, there we go. Giving you a hero point back, just in case. Chat doesn't want you to die accidentally. They want you to die on purpose. All right, so you don't know what it is. It's fine. It's fine.
I can try a bardic lore check to see if I can figure out what it is.
Sure. We could try a bardic lore check. You know what? Actually, before we do that, Dan, as you climb up onto the dais, you feel...
Well, no. I'm checking the frozen guy.
I know, but you'll notice that puts you on the dais.
God damn it. All
right. Right there, you're on the dais.
Can I heal real quick before we do this?
Can you? No, you can't. So go ahead and give me a will save, please. As you walk up onto the dais, you feel an overwhelming sense of dread wash out from this.
As a rogue, you know my will is going to be amazing. So.
I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited.
Here we go. Oh, what?
A 21! Yeah. Look at you go!
Believe me, I'm just as surprised as all of you, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You walk up there and the fear washes out over you, and you're like, meh, whatever, no big deal. And you fight it off. You're fine.
Awesome. Can I tell everybody that something just happened, though, and to be careful?
Yeah, you can let everybody know that there was this kind of overwhelming sense of fear that washed out from the throne or the skeleton when you stepped up onto the dais.
Okay. I'm gonna let them know.
Might be related to the frozen.
Oh, it could also be coming from this half orc that's frozen up here. You don't know. Oh, could be that.
I'm very determined.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at this guy, the frozen person.
Well, let's see. He is you're pretty sure he is a half orc Pathfinder hopeful barbarian. For those of you not in on the joke, this is a persistent world dungeon, and every time people explore it, their bodies or their leftovers are left in the dungeon for the next group to find. This one in particular is someone else's PC. Nitrace, who can't be with us tonight. He's got a date, so he's out this evening. So, all right, Dan, that's what you see.
All right, so let me just to make sure the picture in my head is correct. It's this character's not encased in ice. They're frozen, and they're not like covered in ice.
Nope. They're literally
in
just standing there, locked in place, unable to move.
I'm gonna. Is there any indication that this creature is alive?
You can't honestly be sure, but his eyes are open and they look kind of dusty and crusted over. So it's kind of impossible to tell.
I'm gonna
Dark,
take
I
my
see that you
dagger
moved over there. That's perfectly fine as long as you don't step on the dais. I'm assuming you didn't.
That was not my intention.
All right, Groovy. Yep.
Um,
I'm gonna take my dagger and give him a little push.
I was actually going to ask if I could do a medicine check on this figure.
Sure. Give me the medicine check. So you can't honestly be sure, but he looks like he might be paralyzed or locked up in some way. It's impossible to tell.
So it's a chance that he's still alive.
He might be. As a matter of fact, when Dan pokes him with the dagger, he bleeds.
Well, okay. My intention was to use the hand. I didn't actually say it, so I understand that. I was more trying to push and not stab, so I was using the back of the dagger.
Oh,
But-
now you're walking it back. I
No,
see.
but that happens, you know.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, you poke him a bit, and he bleeds a little. It's fine.
All right.
If he bleeds, you can kill him.
Okay.
Can I attempt to move him
Matter of fact,
off
thank you
of
for the
the
bits.
dais?
Can you attempt to move him off the dais? Well, you would have to step on the dais yourself to do so.
For was it? Okay, can you try to push him down the
Well,
dais?
Yeah, that was the thing is, I am not a strong character. I don't have a lot of strength, so I don't think I'll be able to move him. But that's kind of why I was trying to tip him to see if I can get him to fall over and get him to go off that way.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
All right.
actually, well, Dan's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do.
So you're gonna tip him over.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, but then I misspoke and everyone thought I stabbed him.
That's fine.
Okay. So, Dan, we're tipping this figure towards you.
No,
All right.
no, I'm tipping it.
Okay. So, just to keep life simple, yeah.
Yeah.
You can totally tip and move this figure. So
Mhm.
I'll move it to there. You kind
Okay.
of tipped it over, and the figure fell off the dais.
Okay, perfect.
Alright. So Bellamy will drag him a little bit further, technically off then.
Okay. There you go.
And now we have a 6th member of the party?
No. No. Well, I mean, technically, yes, but the member of the party can't move and can't take actions. So, I mean, I
It's a meat
guess.
shield. It's the perfect meat shield.
Yeah. It'll be great. You just have to carry him along and just push him in front of all of the fights. What could possibly go wrong?
There might be a way to heal that person, so maybe we should try to move him close to the exit so that we can find him
Sure.
and bring him back when we go back.
Oh, when you're successful. Okay. Sure. Where would you like to move him to?
Oh, I'm not doing the moving.
I'll move him to this corner over here.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. There we go. So, what do you do now?
I'm gonna go
Which
look at the
door
skeleton.
do we want to test? North or south?
I was gonna go look at the skeleton since I was already up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Sure.
Well, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go up to it and just kind of check it out.
So, as you approach the skeleton, you notice something of interest. Sitting in the skeleton's lap is a simple silver ring
Oh, cool.
with a tiny gemstone. So there it is. There's
in the middle.
that's clearly the ring you were sent here to find.
Awesome. I'm just gonna turn around and be like, "Hey, this is all too easy," and I'm gonna reach over and grab the ring.
Oh, well, all right. So,
And that's how the first member of the party died.
here's what happens. You reach out and grab the ring, and
Yep.
as you do so, you reach down to grab it, and just as your fingers are about to snap out and get a hold of it, the statue or the skeleton that you thought was entirely inanimate instead attempts to grab you. So let me get the stats for it here. Hold on just half a second. Really should have anticipated this because I knew somebody would try it. Okay, here we are. Here, let me make its attack roll. wish I was joking. I want you to all to understand that I am not joking by this roll.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 1!
What?
Beautiful.
Oh, come on! So, that is actually going to that's going to well, a 1 drops the success category down. Dan, what's your armor class?
My AC is 18.
18. So that's actually going to turn it from a hit into a miss. It's not a critical miss, but it is a miss. So the statue swipes out its hand and attempts to grab you, but misses. At this point in time, I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. But hold on, before you do that, let me get the initiative set up here. There it is.
So that our initiative is auto-added to the turn order, we should have our token selected.
Yes. You should definitely be clicking your token, then hitting initiative.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
okay.
before we do that,
Yeah.
feel free to do that and get yourself into the initiative order. I need to get the bad guy in here. Hold on just half a second. This is gonna go great.
With that plus, yeah.
That was the perfect first attack of the session.
There it is. Okay.
Valentrix, you can just click on your character page.
I don't know how to do that. How do you do that?
What?
All right. Let me go ahead and roll his.
Red 16 in a circle, a 1 in a green circle, and a 16 in a blue circle.
No, you Okay, so there's the at the top of the sidebar. There's what looks like 2 bubbles overlapped. What would be labeled like looks like kind of like a newspaper. If you click on that, you'll have access to your character, and you should have been filling it out. I'm not sure if you actually were able to do that or not.
Here's my initiative.
Oh!
Guys, I think we're dead.
There we go.
So exactly how much faster?
We blink and then die.
No, it's fine.
Did I get the ring?
Yes.
Awesome.
Which is why this whole dungeon just became a farce.
You cut out the whole dungeon.
Oh, the dungeon just became a farce.
Okay. So I've got the ring.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And we're in initiative now, right?
Yes, I'm making sure that I have everyone.
We need Valantrix, who rolled a 23.
Okay. I can manually do this. Let me add a turn. And Valantrix rolled a 23. There we go. In order. There we are. All right. And this works the way I think it does, right?
If I can go.
Oh, it's working
way
backwards.
ahead of me, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's backwards.
Wow, that's weird. What's up with that? Alphabetical. Numerically. There it is. Descending. There it is. That's the proper order for it. Okay.
How did Valantrix go above Dan?
Oh, that's a fine question. Is it doing it alphabetically? No. It's numerically descending. There we go. That's it. Got it. Okay.
All right. I just need to survive 1. Let's do this.
Okay. So. Oh boy. Dan, how many rerolls you got? Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
We have
checking.
a raised dead too.
Just checking.
And so I have a question, really quick.
Yeah, sure.
I have an ancestry feat, an ability that I didn't put a description down for, so I'm not sure what it means, but it might come in handy.
Yeah, what is
depending. Nimble elf.
Nimble elf increases your speed by 5 feet. That's why you have a speed of 35.
Right. Oh, it's already calculated.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. So let's see. Okay. We'll start off with something simple. Okay. He's the skeleton goes first and is going to reach out and attempt to touch you. And I am going to make a spell attack roll for that. That's a plus.
All right. That is. Do I have a reaction right now? Can I use Glimpse of Redemption?
Glimpse of Redemption? Yeah, you absolutely can. Which is going to force me to either miss or take a penalty, correct?
My ally would gain resistance to the damage equal to 2 plus my level, so 3.
All right, so you're going to take 3 less damage from this. Here's my attack roll.
And you would become enfeebled 2 until the end of your next.
All right, so I'm enfeebled 2, but I just crit you, Dan. There's no way that's not a crit.
I mean, looking at your bonus to your attack roll, you wouldn't even have to swing, and you would be able to hit.
Well, I could roll a 1 like I did on my first roll.
True.
Yeah,
That is
a
true.
1 would allow you to get away with. Period.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, isn't his AC a 17?
Yes.
Dan's is an 18.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it's a 17, that would still be a crit.
All right. So, Dan, you're going to take 3 less damage, but first I need to roll that damage and double it.
Right and like 2 to the right and 2 up.
And it occurs to me I still haven't healed yet from when I fell down the pit.
Well, that's fine. Yeah.
It's not gonna
So,
make a difference.
so it's going to be this times 2, to be clear.
That's not pretty.
So,
no, it's not.
So here is the only saving grace of this. That is doubled to 32. 32 is more than double your hit points. However, the Glimpse of Redemption reduces the damage by 3 to 29, which is just below half your hit points. Or just below double your hit points. So
don't put those F's in the chat just yet.
yeah, so you are instead just reduced to 0 and are dying 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little skull on you there to represent that you're dying. And with my second action, with my third action, I'm just going to step to right here. And as I do so, the fear washes out from this thing, hitting all of you. So, can I get all of you to make me a will save, please?
This is not an illusion based.
No, it's unfortunately quite real.
Just checking because I have the illusion feat.
All right.
Okay.
So will save.
Darth, you are going to make it.
Nice.
I'm going to spend a hero point and re-roll that.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, Bellamy, which one are you again?
Dark sword.
Dark sword. All right. I'm going to drop you down to 1 hero point. There we go.
Much better.
Bellatrix, that is going to fail. Are you happy with that, or you want to reroll? You have a 12.
But I want will, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna re-roll.
All right.
Yeah.
Bellatrix
If
rolled
that's
the
the
wrong.
case.
All right. So I've reduced your hero points by 1. There we go. Elf, I don't think I saw yours in there yet. Ah, there it is. An 18.
What talk?
Are you happy with that, Elf, or would you like to reroll?
Yeah, we have to. I have to.
Yeah, you do.
I'll roll and use a +2 at the same
Nice.
time.
You will reroll and use the +2 as well?
Yep,
Okay.
that
So-
will be included. Oh, damn.
Oh, no.
15.
Even worse. All right. Dan, you don't have to roll this. So, I mean,
I'm gonna
there's-
sit this one out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I'm good.
no. So there's that. All right. So, oh boy. Elf, you are going to flee on your turn, but we're not quite there yet. Dan, your initiative technically changes to right before mine because I knocked you down, so I'm just going to skip you.
Okay.
Valantrix, you are not afraid and may act normally. Elf, you are terrified and must flee on your turn.
Good. I was going to do that anyway.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. So, Valantrix, what would you like to do as the skeletal horror steps off the throne?
Okay. So Dan fell. Did Dan have the ring in his hand when he fell?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see the ring that he's holding.
Well, it's clutched in his hand.
Well, he did announce that he found it.
Yeah, so understand, Dan reached down, scooped up the ring, and as he did so, the skeleton swiped out and tried to grab him. But he dodged that, tried to escape. The skeleton reached out with its other hand and touched him, and he promptly fell over. The ring is still clutched in his hand.
Dang it. Dang it, Dan. Why didn't you drop? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go out and try to save Dan is what I'm gonna try to do here.
Oh boy! All right.
I'm going to try to cast Soothe on Dan.
Soothe. All right. I should probably just keep this stat block open. I don't know why I keep closing the book. It's a waste of my time. All right. Do I have... No, that's fine. All right. You cast Soothe. How many hit points does that restore to Dan? I believe it's a D...
1d10 plus 4 hit points.
Sounds right.
Modifier.
So go ahead and roll that, and we'll give those hit points back to Dan.
It's a d10 plus 4.
Okay, we'll roll it.
Okay. I hit the blue button, but I don't think it rolled it.
Well, you hit the button and it didn't. Nothing happened.
So, I've got you. Dan, you're getting 8.
D10 plus 4.
D10 plus 4, but yeah.
Yeah, I've got you. I just threw the roll into the roll bot. So, Dan, you're back to 8 hit points.
Nice. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, you're also wounded 1. You were at dying 2 because of the crit, but now you're alive with 8 hit points, but you're at dying. You're at wounded 1. So if you fall unconscious again, that wounded will stack on top of any additional wounded you get or any additional dying you get, which means that you will die much faster.
Okay. I gotcha.
And just so everybody
so
knows,
don't die.
Aki is doing an amazing job in chat, letting everybody know about my other streaming shows, Oblivion Oath and Knights of Everflame. Thanks, Aki. I really do appreciate that.
Thanks, Aki.
All right. So, Valantrix, you have cast Soothe. That was 2 of your actions. What are you doing with your final action?
Final action, I'm going to cast Shield.
Shield. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. You cast Shield. Next up,
Like a
Darth.
good idea.
Okay. So now that I can tell that this is very obviously an undead, can I get another undead lord?
Sure. Yeah. You know what? Yes. Let's go with that. So, folks, while he's
Nope. Still not
amazing. I don't know why I didn't think of running this with a live map and a bigger group before. It's just delightful. So as this carnival is ongoing, I am going to dip into my private stock here, and I believe it's time. Yeah, you can't see from the bottle because it's green, because I have a green screen. But I think it's time for a little bit of scotch. So I think we're going to tap into the Lagavulin. This is the Distiller's Edition. So we picked this up from Scotland and brought it back here. That is what I am celebrating with here today, everybody. I hope you have a beverage of your choice near at hand and are enjoying it as well.
Yep.
There we are.
I'd need to go to my kitchen and open up my 24-year-old unopened rum.
Ooh, a 24-year rum. That's a rarity. I have recently learned the advantages to aged rum. I do like a good aged rum quite a bit. They are quite tasty. All right, so I'm going to salute all of you for watching me here today as we continue this crazy adventure. I do really want to thank you all for stopping by to watch. We're going to keep this going, but I just thought I'd take a moment to cheers, all of you, and cheers, all
Bulmahn.
of you for playing.
Happy
Yeah, thank
anniversary,
you.
buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
1 year on Twitch, everybody.
One great year.
While we're on a brief pause here, I do want to let folks know you can spend bits to buy bonuses for people in the chat. They've got a bunch of bonuses right now, but I have a sneaky suspicion those are going to disappear real quick. Just saying. No one's bought me a reroll yet, so I feel kind of sad
Good.
about that. But, you know, it's not like I really need him with this guy. Although if I had had one, I don't think I would have missed on that first attack roll. In addition, I want to let everybody know that here at the end of this stream, sometime here later on this evening, I'm going to be doing a random giveaway to one subscriber on this channel for one of these. One of these D20s. These were special D20s I made to commemorate the launch of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. They were only given out to staff. So there was only 100 of them ever made. There are very few that are not in the hands of staff. I'm going to be giving one away to someone here in chat tonight. So, just thought I'd give you a heads up. All right, so where were we? We were at Darth's incredibly terrible knowledge check. So you're pretty sure this thing is a Fae. It has all the hallmarks of a Fae.
masquerading as
Yeah.
a skeleton.
Yeah. Has all the hallmarks of a Fae creature.
Just a little prank.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what's going on. Okay. So, that was one of your actions. Alara, did you just buy me a point?
No, it's for Elf.
Was that for Elf?
Well, that's what it says for elf.
Ah, for Elf. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, very good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alara. I appreciate that. I mean, even if it is going to Elf, I still appreciate it. That's great. Thank you for supporting my stream. All right. I mean, you know, no one wants to buy me a point. That's fine. It's fine.
Well, man, we see the bonuses you're getting. You don't need any.
I forgot the chatbot. The chatbot betrays me. Did I miss your last bits, cheer? Apple knees. Oh, I did totally miss it. It is
Oh, no.
plus 10 for Dan. Dan, you now
Oh,
have a total
yeah.
of bonuses of plus 13. Elf, you just got another 3, so that puts you at 4.
Oh, I missed that too, Apple. I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
That's
you know what?
awesome.
I'm not sure where that hit. It kind of passed by
Yeah.
unknown.
Like, I mean, I see it stated, but that's it.
Yeah, weird.
That's awesome.
No, I can see it in my log, but I can't see it anywhere else. So anyway,
Thanks, Apple Knees.
that is amazingly awesome. That is very generous. Thank you very much. Thank you, Alara. Thank you, everyone
Awesome,
who has
yeah.
tossed bits. Thank you, Viking Goth. Oh, it was right before Dan went down. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so
That was kind of a blur for me. I didn't remember too much.
fair enough. So, Darth, that was one of your actions. You're looking at it like, I think it's a Fae. It's got to be Fae. That's it. Clearly, we have offended the Fae. So, what would you like to do with your other 2 actions?
Really upset that I think it's a Fae.
Well, if you'd like, you can re-roll. I mean, you have 1 re-roll left.
No, I'm going to. Can I reach into my bag and pull out a pint of
A pint of what?
oil?
Sure.
Wait, have a fish fry?
I'm gonna throw it on this skeletal Fae.
All right. So you reach into your pack and throw a vial of oil at the Fae. Yeah, no, I mean, it is kind of unusual for Fae to be skeletons, but they're weird, so it could be happening. Maybe. So go ahead and make me a attack roll to throw the pint of oil. Just bounce a d20. I have a rough idea what your bonuses are. We'll keep it simple. $11. Sure. You throw the pint of oil, it lands on the skeleton, and just kind of... I mean, you didn't coat him, but you got some oil on him. Yeah. All right. So, that is the end of Darth's turn. Next up, Elf. It is your turn. What would you like to do, Elf?
Run away.
Run away. That's right. You're
I don't-
feared.
I don't blame you.
So what's your movement speed?
30.
30. All right. So you're going way out of the dungeon.
Would that be 90 feet?
4, 5,
Yes.
6. I don't see anything here.
no.
So here's the best
Sorry,
part.
buddy.
You don't have light. So you go running off into the darkness and you're not able to see the pit.
I'm feared.
Wait.
I must run away, but can I do actions to make it safer to run away?
Yeah, generally speaking, yeah. I mean,
Right now, I'm in the corridor. I'm in the darkness. I'm
Yeah.
basically hidden. So I'll take the time to try to take a torch and light it.
Okay. Let me double check and make sure that the condition you're under actually allows you to take that kind of complex
Yeah.
action. Give me just
that's a bit complex.
give me just half a second.
Yep. What can I do else?
Also, remember those poles are still laying over the trap.
Oh, they
so
are.
maybe you'll
That-
get lucky.
Oh, that's right.
That's going to give a bonus to his reflex save when he has to make it if he doesn't have light.
Oh, reflex.
I was saying he might just get lucky and not even trigger the trap.
He might, yeah.
Well,
No,
I was
that-
more
that-
thinking
that
if he's
could
running away and he's running into darkness, he might not realize that the wall was there and just run straight into.
All right, so you
He
have
just
the
goes face
frightened
first
and
into the wall.
fleeing condition.
Oh yeah.
I think you can't stop. I think you have to just keep running.
Yeah. I'll just run away. It's okay.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. You have to flee. So you go running down this corridor. You go running toward the pit. You know the pit is there, but you can't see it. So I'm going to ask you to make a reflex save. I'm going to drop the DC though, because you do know that it's there and you're trying to avoid it. So go ahead and give me a reflex save.
Yep. I'll use a +2.
Okay. We'll go ahead and burn you down to 2.
And I'll it will be a Oh!
Crushed
I'm
it.
pretty sure he makes that.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Nice.
So can you still see and move your token, or do you need me to move for it? No, you got it.
I see it.
Okay. So yeah, you go. For those of you not aware, yeah, you can vaguely see Elf running off into the countryside way down here. So
That was epic. That was so awesome.
that's Elf. Yes,
I
Elf.
just run on top of the trap and it didn't activate.
Viking,
Right
I
up
did
there.
add that
Guys
plus
are
3.
falling pit.
Elf was down to just 1, and just spent 2. So, okay, so that was Elf.
One of the little doors.
Dark Swordsman. It is your turn. What would you like to do, Dark Swordsman?
Rage.
Rage. Yes, let's do that.
Are we
And,
fighting this thing? Are we doing that?
Well,
No, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm in. I'm going to be in with both feet, whether it's fighting or running. But
I highly recommend Dan when you get up.
well,
you get up
I
and
mean,
run.
do we see Dan's character like getting up, or do we just see him like still lying on the ground?
He is like doing that kind of classic like but he's still on the ground. Like,
Okay.
Holler, I healed.
Justin, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, and the follow.
Let me see.
and I'm almost exclusively fighting with piercing weapons, and it'd be against a skeleton. So
That's gonna go well.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I picked a bunch of weapons.
You know what? No, I'm not going to rage. I'm going to step to. I'm going to move towards Dan.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Moving
go ahead
towards
and
Dan.
go ahead and move towards Dan. That's fine.
And I'm going to pick him up.
You're going to lift him up off the ground.
Yes.
Give me an athletics check to properly get him up off the ground. He can help you a bit, but yeah, that's fine. It was
Nice.
only a DC 10, so it wasn't challenging. You just needed to do it. Yeah,
So that's
Dan.
2 actions.
Yes.
So then I would
Know
like
what's
to move as far as I can towards this section.
Okay.
So my full movement is 25. But
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can get into the hallway right behind Darth, right? I mean, that's 25 feet. That would
Okay.
be your final action.
Yep. And I am carrying Dan with me.
I don't even know what's happening right now. Okay.
Oh my god, this is awesome.
Aki, thank you
So
for the
Dan
subscription.
has been
I
moved
appreciate
with
that. Okay. So, oh, you wanted to drag him with.
Yes, I wanted to pick up Dan.
I thought
Pick
you were
him
just
up.
standing him up. Okay, that's a little different. There's no way you're not encumbered if you're carrying Dan, so you cannot make it nearly as far.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your choice. If you want to make it out on your own, you can go to that spot.
No,
If
I
not,
wanted to pick up Dan and bring him with me. So
okay. In that case,
how
you can
much
only
can I
move
move?
about 10 feet from the spot that you were at.
So
Or nothing.
here.
Well, you were, yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Could we maybe go up by the torch so we're not right next to him still? Or
I'll move here then.
Yeah.
I'll move back this way.
perfect.
Yeah. I'm just double checking I got the rules right on that. Give me just half a second, folks. Okay, so Dark Sword, that's going to be the end of your turn. Encumbered, you're a clumsy one and take a minus 10-foot penalty on your speeds. Okay.
Oh, so it's 10-foot penalty?
Yeah, so it's a 10-foot penalty, so you can move 15 feet. It doesn't half
Then
your
I'm there.
speed. It just, I don't think that won't let you get past Darth, though. That's the problem. So Darth is kind of in your way. So did you move Dan down to the corner down there with you?
Yes.
All right, so Dan, move yourself down to the corner right near him.
Can do. Should I put me next to him so we can still see the pawn, or does it matter?
Yeah, no, as a matter of fact, you have to be next to him. You cannot be in the same square as him.
I'll just
Dan,
put my sword down.
you what race are you again?
I'm an elf.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
pretty light.
Well, no, I was just trying to remember if he was the other gnome.
There are 6 bulks worth of Dan. Okay, so I can't believe this is happening, but we are at the top of the order. And
Yes.
before we go any further, folks, I need to take a bio break. So I want you guys all to hang tight. I am going to be back in just a minute. I want everyone to stay here with us. We are going to see if they can actually manage to complete this dungeon. They've done something no one else has managed to do. They have the ring in their hands. Everyone else has died. So
We're doing it, team. We're doing
the
it.
very first person who's going to be going next round is Dan. So if I can get everybody to hang tight, we will be right back. Hello, everybody. Let me make sure I've got everything back up and running. All right, we'll turn that on here for just a moment. Hey there, everybody. Welcome. I'm back. We're going to hop right back into the action, but before we do, I want to make a couple quick notes about what's going on here today. This is my 1-year anniversary on Twitch, so I thought I'd come here and play some Pathfinder. Normally I just play random video games, but you know what? I figured it's about time I finally start playing some Pathfinder online, so you might see more of this in the nearby future. So, there's that. I also want to say that we're going to keep playing this crazy, wacky adventure with my poor, doomed street urchins as they desperately try and escape from this skeleton with the ring. I'm sure they're going to do just great. After that, we're going to do some trivia. Then, we're probably going to maybe give away some free XP, which is the stream currency that we use as a loyalty currency. We're going to give away some of that. And sometime toward the end of the stream, we are going to give away that special rare die. Now, I want to note to folks, there were some folks who gave some bits to give bonuses to people, and I just kind of missed it. The chat was going so fast and furious that it was real easy for me to miss some of that stuff. So don't feel bad about reminding me. And in fact, if there's a reminder just sitting and people don't post after it, it's easier for me to see. So let me grab those and make sure I got them. I think I'm all caught up right now, checking my backlog of bits that were spent. Yes, I am all caught up right now. But in the future, just make sure I know. And don't feel bad if you have to remind me 3 or 4 times, just so that I catch it. I'm going to try and keep glancing at the chat as often as I can, but it is a little tricky. So there's that. Okay, let's get back to the action. So I'm going to unmute my players. Hey there, everybody. You're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me turn desktop audio back on. Here it is. There we go.
Ready to rock.
Oh,
Okay.
ow.
Everybody okay?
Yep, I'm
Yep.
good.
56-year-old rum is strong.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, psych yourself up for the next part.
But is it good?
Oh, yes. That burn was very nice.
That's all that matters.
All right. So when we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, they were in the middle of a fight and trying to escape a skeleton with a ring in hand. Okay. Dan, can you do me a mic check real quick?
Mic check. Hello. Sibilance.
Oh, very interesting. So
Thank you.
someone noticed that the Discord rings aren't lighting up now, and I don't know why that is.
It was like that at the beginning of the game too, and then after a while it just started working. I don't know why.
Okay, it might have been a delay thing because of the muting and whatnot. I'll have to keep an eye on it. We'll see. I have turned off the background music. There we go. Okay, we're good to go. So when we last left, it was the top of the order. Dan, who had fallen unconscious, therefore moves to in front of the skeleton, and it is now Dan's turn.
All right. So, just so we're clear, I have wound 2.
Wound 1.
Just one.
Wound 1. All right, but I'm conscious though, right?
You are conscious, and you've been stood
8 hit points.
up by one of the characters, and you
Okay.
are currently at 8 hit
8.
points.
Are you still carrying me?
No, he was kind of dragging you by your feet.
Oh, okay. I thought I was being carried
No.
like a sweet little rogue in the arms.
Yeah, in the
Alright.
arms of a gnome.
That is my favorite Sarah McLachlan song.
Yeah.
Perfect
Anyone?
honeymoon.
No.
No. Anybody? Anybody? No. All right.
Anyone? No. Is this thing on?
No.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
I can't wait.
I am going to kind of read the room, see the situation, what's going on here.
Yeah.
Figure, you know what? We need to get out of here. We need to go. There's no way we're going to be able to kill this skeleton. So without hesitation, I put the ring on. And then, then
All right.
I'm going to start making my way out of here.
This
is gonna be good.
That's
can I
fine.
make some tick to stop him from putting the ring?
Oh, right. It's a fae. Sorry, I forgot. It is. It's...
Well, no. Darth believes it's the fae.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it? I mean, it's clearly a fae. One of them skeletal fae.
Surprisingly, they are.
Yeah. No, they're that's fine. All right.
So, as I'm running,
Yeah.
I'm going to put the ring on.
Okay. You put the ring on, and it now you now feel like you're full and you're not thirsty.
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I think I know what it can be.
It's like a ring of sustenance or something.
Yeah.
You don't know that. Nobody knows that.
No, you have no idea. But you don't feel hungry.
Okay. Well, I'm still running then. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Because honestly, this does sound like something that a king would want.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to be hungry. He's got all
So,
the muffins taunting
I was
him.
gonna say, especially with how much he stuffs his face.
So can I double move?
You can.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, you can move. Yeah.
6, 7, 8. Okay, that's 8 right there.
So that's
And
40
then-
feet.
Does my low light kick in so I can kind of see what's going on?
You can kind of see what's going on. Yeah.
Okay. Because physically right now I can't see anything in the hallway.
Yeah. No, it's pretty dark, but your low light vision is giving you a vague outline of what's going on down there. But it's
Okay,
still,
do I-
once again, really hard to see.
Do I get a sense in my low light vision where that trap was?
Only kind of. It's too dark.
Okay, well I'm gonna get right to that corner then and then stop.
Okay. So you
So
get
that-
to right there and stop.
Because I definitely don't want to fall back down into that goddamn trap again.
Okay. I mean that only makes sense to me, but you know. All right. So that was.
All down there.
Well, hang on. All right, no, I'm good. Fine, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Okay.
I don't want to fall in the hole again.
Okay. So you're all done. That was all 3 of your actions.
I've taken my finger off the chess piece.
All right. Okay. That means it's the skeleton's turn.
That's what I was afraid of.
This is fine. So, let me make sure. There is that, and there is that. Okay. So the skeleton moves his hands in a lot of strange gestures, and then, as he completes it, he unleashes a blast of cold in a long cone.
Damn it.
Oh no.
Right in my face.
Was I out of that range or?
If it's 60 feet, no.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna just to be clear here. Yeah, see that's hitting all of you except for Dark Sword.
All right, Viking Goth, I see you. We know exactly what's gonna happen.
So, oh, interestingly enough, that did not appear for all of you. That's weird, huh? I have the ability to do spell effects, but it didn't show up for all of you. That's weird.
I see
I
a
saw
little.
it.
Yeah,
but it's not touching me though, so that's why I asked.
Yeah. Well, I'm just confused as to why it didn't show up on the stream. It didn't show up for anybody else. That's weird. All right. Well, it was a cool looking effect. You just can't see it. All right. So, anyway, Night Trace.
Hey, Brendan, we found your old guy. He's like frozen.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. So here's what's going to need to happen. We're going to need some reflex saves from some folk. I'm going to need a reflex save from Darth, from Valantrix, from Dan, and you know what? Night Trace, you're over in the corner there, because that's where they dragged you to. So can you roll a d20 in the chat? All right, before people roll, I'm going to go down the order here, and I'm going to ask each one of you in turn what you're doing with your roll, so that I've got it in my head appropriately. Yeah. So we're going to start with Dan, because you're at the top. Yes. You get to make a reflex save. What are you doing with that reflex save?
I'm going to add 13.
You're going to burn all save. 13. All right.
I'm going to do it.
So So go ahead and make me your d20 roll, and it is at plus 13.
Blammo.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It adds 13 on?
Yeah, plus another 13.
That doesn't even include the 13. You have a 36.
Wow.
Yes. Did I make it?
A critical pass, that one.
You know what? Yeah, you made it.
Yes.
Dead on.
Looks like Night Trace failed it.
Yeah,
no.
Night Trace, you critically fail. That's fine.
Oh,
Okay,
Brendan.
So next down the road, let's see, Darth. It is your turn to make a reflex save. What are you doing with this reflex save? You have a bonus of 2 floating, and some rerolls.
Well, I don't have a plus 13 sitting around.
No,
so
you don't.
I'm gonna just roll it and see how it goes.
And hope for the best.
Hope I don't fail too critically.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I did.
Guess what? That is going to be a critical failure. Would you like to reroll?
I don't think I can get a critical. I don't think I can even succeed without rolling it.
Oh yeah, you can't. But you did only roll a 3, which is really terrible.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I will tell you this: if you roll high enough, you can not critically fail. But I'm not sure it's going to matter one way or the other. I mean, you might as well try, right? I mean.
No. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna spend that hero point and add the +2. And
all right.
Looks like somebody's trying to give us a bonus.
All right, we're gonna hold here for just half a second. Night Trace, I'm gonna deal with you real quick. That is a hella fail. Your 8 for your poor paralyzed half orc is not going to be enough. That is going to be a critical failure. I'm afraid. I mean,
we were planning on bringing your frozen body
yeah,
out of here.
They were gonna drag you back. That was
That's
the
why
plan.
we moved you off the Diaz, whatever it's called.
Dice. Alara, that is a +7. I'm assuming that's all going to Darth. All right, so Darth, you now have a +9. Would you like to spend all of the +9?
Nice.
yes.
All right.
Yes, I would.
Go ahead
Alara,
and give me
come
that
through.
reroll at a +9. Dan may have lightly stabbed you. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't trying to. He was trying to do something else, but I took it literally.
It was an
Okay, so that's a
investigation.
24.
Really?
Oh no!
A 24.
Yeah.
No, that's. Did I
that's
add the
with
9
the
on
9. You
that?
rolled a 3
No,
again.
yeah, that's with...
Oh, wow.
No, previously he rolled an 8.
Oh, he did. Oh, you know what? You're right. I can see it right now. Okay. So,
Ooh.
this time he rolled a 3, and he got a 15. That's not enough. All right. Okay. Moving on. Dark Swordsman, you are not in the area. Congratulations, I'll skip you.
Nice.
Elf, your fear has saved you. You have ran away and are not in the area. I mean, congrats. And last but not least, Volantrix. I need you to decide what you are doing here.
You got this, buddy.
It's going to be a reflex save.
Reflex, ready?
Yeah.
Roll reflex.
A 17 is not going to be enough.
Okay, I'm gonna spend one of my re-rolls
Yes.
and then blow my however many points I have.
You have 3.
I'm gonna blow all 3 of them just because.
All right. You may make a re-roll with a bonus of 3, Volantrix.
Probably gonna be worse.
Beautiful.
Nice.
28.
Ah! You will only fail and not critically fail.
Oh, that's a fail?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because Dan needed a 36.
A 36 was a success.
This is a lich, I'm pretty sure.
Why would it be a lich?
What would it be?
Moving on! Alright, so, I now know what happened. Volantrix failed. Night Trace critically failed.
Oh, Brendan.
Darth
Go for a hit point.
critically failed. And Dan succeeded.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo.
That's what we got. Alright. I think I just accidentally did that through a wall. Okay, yeah.
That spell effect was in a weird area this time.
Yeah, no, that was me accidentally clicking the board. All right, so this is going to be. All right, here comes the damage, everybody.
Ooh.
Oh!
All right, so here's how this plays.
Oh, I'm dead.
Darth.
I'm unconscious.
Darth and Volantrix. I think, as a matter of fact, I think all of you might be dead. Because I think if you failed, it still does 51, and if 51 is more than double your hit points, then you die. So,
yeah, even with.
yeah.
I'm
So,
dead.
here's the spiel. Darth, did you just buy yourself a raise and a hero point? You did. Look at you go. Alright. So, you fall over dead and then immediately wake back up. Volantrix, you fall over dead and then get brought back by the goodness and kindness of Steve Geddes.
Thank you, Steve!
Dan, you just bought a free raise dead. Is that for Night Trace?
Oh, god damn it.
Or is that
No,
for?
I'm gonna take it for myself, I guess.
Okay.
Actually,
would.
did you die or did you just go down? Because
Dan
Dan succeeded.
Oh,
so
Dan
it's
only
half,
takes
right?
26.
No, but
So
wait, do I have evasion or whatever?
not at first level, no.
Yeah, so I take half damage, and I'm still way dead, right?
Yeah, you take 25, which is going to put you back down to dying 2.
But you're not dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better if I die at this point, right?
No.
I will let you burn a raise dead to come back to consciousness. That's fine.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
But I am going to put you at dying 2. Or sorry, not dying 2, wounded 2. Because
Okay.
And,
you
Capricola just bought a.
Oh, nice.
Capricola.
Thank you, Capricola.
That is
I guess
awesome.
I guess
Thank
I can go to
you.
Night Trace.
Oh, Capricola just saved Brendan.
Capricola.
awesome.
Who's that for? Is that for Brendan?
And there's also Volantrix, I think.
Wait, isn't everybody else taken care of?
Everybody else is up. The only
Everybody
person
else?
that's
Yeah.
dead
Oh,
is,
Capricola. That's awesome.
So, Nitrace, you are now not dead.
Yes.
And because you've been raised for the dead, so here's a little quirky trick about the way that this works. When you died, the paralyze effect technically fell off of you because you were no longer a living creature. Which means when you come back to life, you are no longer paralyzed. So, Nitrace, I'm just going to pay attention to chat. I'm going to go ahead and create a turn for this particular token.
Cool. Epic.
Nitrace, generic token controlled by nobody. See nameplate. Has site. Let me make sure I've got this all set. I think that's probably enough to do what I need it to do. I have no idea how many hit points you have, but we'll call it 18 of 18. Sure. It's been a long time since this character's been not dead. Or not paralyzed, I guess. Alright. So, we've got that. And I believe I can now add a turn to this character. The nameplate is seeable. Alright. That is all set.
Just FYI, we did get some more bits for me.
Oh, is that what the 500 was for?
Yeah, +5.
Plus
The
5
D20
for who?
For me for the D20s, D20.
Oh, for Darth. Okay. All right. There we go. I think I'm all set up. Yeah, 5, 1,000, 1,000, 1,500. Yep. Okay. We are all good on that front.
Also cheered for 500.
Yeah, that was the +5. Okay.
Yeah, that.
Nitrace.
Well, no, there was Darts and then there was Nova.
No, mine bought my hero point. Nova gave me the plus.
We are all set. I think I've got it all. Okay. Now, Darth. Sorry, not Darth. Nitrace, in chat, can you roll a d20? And I'm going to add you to the initiative. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done.
A 19. Pretty.
A 19? All right, I'm going to say, let's see, you're at least first level +2. Sure, we're going to give that a 24. All right, so I am putting you in the initiative order now. Oh, you got to be joking me. All right, well, that's how that goes now. Okay, so a Nitrace, I can't add you to the handy widget here, but I will keep track of the fact that you have a reroll and come back from the dead, or do you want 3 rerolls? Raise and a reroll. All right. So I will help you navigate that. So let me just sum up what insanity just occurred here. The skeleton.
Faye.
The skeletal Fae just unleashed a blast of cold into the room, hitting almost all of you and nearly killing everyone. However, in a weird quirk of wild magic that must be something weird going on in this particular dungeon, instead of killing people, it restored all of them to full hit points and unparalyzed the half-orc. The skeleton Fae looks very confused by this because his magic is supposed to murder people. And with his final action, he is going to reach out and attempt to touch Volantrix, as Volantrix is right next to him.
No.
It's fine.
Have I? It's a separate turn, right? So can I use my reaction for Glimpse of?
I still have my
Actually,
shield
yeah,
up.
it should still have that that 3.
Yes, you can use your Glimpse of Redemption again. Sorry, that D20 roll was without my bonuses, so I'm going to go ahead and re-roll it. All right. There we are. Okay. Here it is.
Try that touch me.
Enfeebled.
Oh. Oh my god.
So, I'm enfeebled, though, and you'll take 3 less damage. So, I'm assuming that's a critical hit, Volantrix. I can't imagine that your AC is above 22.
It's a 19, huh?
All right. Oh, close. Okay.
Oh, wait.
I'm probably dead.
You got your shield.
Still have my shield up, right?
No,
Or
you
did
would
that
have
go
needed
away
to
when I
take
died?
You would have needed to take an action on your turn. Oh, it is enfeebled. You're right. It's enfeebled. What is it?
I
Enfeebled.
only went once, and that was the last time I cast shield, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he still had shield up.
Oh yeah, sure. You can shield block if you want.
Okay, that's probably what I'm gonna do.
Oh, if you had your shield up and I'm enfeebled, that's probably not a crit. That's probably just a hit. Yeah, that's gonna knock it down because your AC is at 21 right now, and my attack got knocked down to a 30. So I'm going to
My
miss
God.
critting you by 1.
No. Nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah, all right. So let me go ahead and roll damage. I don't know. I could roll low. I don't know.
Really low.
Let's see. Here we go. Take 22 minus 3, so take 19.
With the shield block, though?
Oh, the shield block's going to reduce it by what, another 5?
Another 5.
So you only take... I can't
14.
believe this. I literally can't believe this. All right, so instead of 22 down to 19...
19 minus 5, 14?
14, minus another 2 because I'm enfeebled, actually. I forgot about the enfeebled. So take 12 somehow.
What am I paralyzed?
So that's what happened to your hit points. And now, because I've touched you, I'm going to need you to roll me a saving throw. It is going to be a...
Will save?
I'm double checking. It is a fortitude save. I keep closing the book like a rookie. That Fae has touched you, and you feel your body going rigid.
Will save?
Yes, it's a fortitude save.
Will save.
Fortitude. Sorry, is my mic cutting out? It must be cutting
It's a
out.
fortitude save.
Yeah.
Somebody's cutting out.
That's apparently me. I'm apparently cutting out for you. Sorry
You're
about
not
that.
cutting up for me.
Go through.
I don't know.
Nope.
Well, I
You got
mean, if we
25
take
on
the
roll.
if we take the die roll,
5.
No, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Ooh.
I mean, it's a 19. Oh, it's too
Oh.
bad.
So yeah, I mean it's a roll of a 19, so we'll work with the roll. Let's see, what's my DC? Oh god. Okay. Well.
Oh no.
So that's going to fail.
Oh, God.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. But it's not a critical fail, so I mean there's that. But you do go rigid and are paralyzed.
No.
But I mean, it's not permanent paralysis. So there's that. Okay, that is the end of my turn. Yeah, Elf, I'm getting a sense that Roll20 has some problems. All right, so let's move on. Night Trace, it is your turn from chat. Rage,
Run!
stride, strike.
Oh my god. What are you doing? We're trying to get out of here, buddy.
Yeah. So, you run up and attempt to punch it, but that's not going to hit. However, it does look at you with, like, its bony features doesn't look like... Oh, it's an axe. That's right. You swing at it with your axe, and its bony features, like, it can't make expressions, right? I mean, it's just a skull, but it almost looks like it's surprised, like, huh? Like, as you come running at it and swing at it.
We're trying to run, not fight this thing.
Yeah. So,
This is so good.
oh, into flanking. So I'm going to move you into the flanking spot. That's fine, but you're not getting it because Valentrix is paralyzed. Your attack bonus, your barbarian attack bonus is going to be, oh, got a fair amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
What type of barbarian was he?
Oh, I don't remember. It's been way too long. 7 plus, what did you get? 16. Is it 23? Yeah. So you're gonna come up a fair bit short. It's probably not enough to worry about it right now. You're probably up a +7 would be the roughly right number. So you're coming up a bit short on that attack roll. But yeah. Okay. So that was Night Trace coming up to distract the horrible, horrible monster. All right, Valantrix, you are paralyzed. At the end of your turn, however, you get your feeling back. That's it. You can feel now. So
Great, he can do it again next round.
yeah. So there's that.
I'm just gonna play like dumb, like he doesn't know nothing.
If I don't move, maybe he won't kill me. Darth.
The perfect defense.
Darth, it is your turn. What would you like to do, Darth?
Garvanisarin is going to squeak a little bit and then throw a produce flame and get out of there.
Okay, so you're going to throw a produce flame at it. Go ahead and make me an attack roll with the produce flame.
It's also covered in oil.
Oh, yeah. No, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
11 damage, 3 fire. Critical damage, 8 fire.
I'm unsure if that hit.
I'm not sure it made an attack.
Only an 11. No, yeah,
Oh, it's
I'm
an
seeing
11.
an attack
Yeah,
here
right.
for an 11.
No, I see it. An 11 is not nearly enough. The flame goes kind of whooshing right past it.
And hits Brendan.
Nah, it doesn't hit Brendan. Just kind of goes off into the corner. But is not enough to hit the ancient skeleton. And then you're going to move away. All right?
Yep. Run!
All right. Elf, you have regained your senses after fleeing in fear. Just so that everyone remembers, Elf is way down here. And is frightened 3. Elf, what would you like to do?
I still want to help the people, so I'll try to get back close, but not right quite into the fight. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First movement. I
Okay.
don't see anything down yet.
You can, in the vague shadow light, you can see your friends and allies, and it looks like they're all running out toward you. It looks like a full retreat is in order, and they're all bolting straight toward you.
Okay.
So, you still have 2 actions.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will.
There he's.
Okay.
Going
I'll
this way.
take out my
He's running.
caltrops.
Okay.
and
Dark.
I will
Or about to
end
end
my
that.
turn. I will wait for people to get past me, throw the caltrops down, and
Yeah,
run
we'll
back
go
with
down
them.
the corner.
All right. So
Package
you
around
you
the
ready
corner,
your
it's all
caltrops
black.
and
Can't see
prepare
it.
yourself for a fight. Okay. Dark Swordsman. You stood over in the corner and watched your friends get blasted with a veritable cone of cold. What would you like to do?
I'm going to make a full. I'm going to take all 3 actions and move out of the.
You're just running.
Mhm.
All right.
So
Well,
that's
feel free to count yourself.
25.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm at. Come on, go around the corner. So 5's there.
Okay.
I have dark vision, so
So you can see the pit.
so I can jump it in my movement. Yes.
So here's the thing about taking the freebie jump. When you're not in combat, it's easy to do. You move up to the pit, you take the action to jump over, you keep moving. But in combat, that's a lot trickier to do because you have to spend an action to jump over the pit, and you can't do that in the middle of a move because it's a separate action as you kind of prepare yourself and jump over the pit. So you can either move to the space right in front of the pit and wait to do that till next round, or you can risk it and just try and run across the bridge and make it to the other side.
If I remember correctly, a long jump move 10 feet and make the action as one action.
Oh, well, I guess, you know what, now that I think about it, you are actually close enough to do that, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you are. All
And
right.
because I've got the Martial Disciple Athletics,
Oh, sure.
I have quick jump. So I can make it with one action.
Nice. All right. Yeah, move yourself to the other side of the pit.
So 1, 2. How far, do I just end up on the other side of the pit?
Yeah, because that's going to be the end, right? So you're just going to
Is
end up
that
right on the
here
other side.
or is that here?
You're going to end up right there.
Okay.
Yep. Great. All right. That
Like
was
when
Dark
the stealth
Swordsman.
will run after them,
Dan.
All right.
and then
All
they
right.
book it out through the back of the cave.
This is what we're gonna do. I am going to, using the low light that I do have available to me,
Mm-hmm.
Down the narrow
I'm going to
road.
use my run up and jump over the pit
Okay.
as my first action.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... Let's see. To jump? I think that's a... Damn these kids and their fancy release version characters. Yeah, it's true. I
Is it
think you're going to
acrobatics?
need to make me an athletics check, Dan.
Damn it! All right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. My first action is it's gonna be an athletics no matter what. I can't acrobatics over it.
The problem is here, you can't do the same trick that everyone else can do because you can't see it very well. Philantrix has the light, and you are just working with low light vision, which is making things barely visible. So you're not 100% sure where the people are, where the pit is. It's a real problem. So
Okay.
I'm going to
Can
need
I-
you to make an athletics check to jump and not mistime it. Or
Can I
jump to the
walk
wrong
up
spot.
until I can feel the bridge that's across it, or no?
You can, but you'll be moving much slower. Instead of kind of
Okay.
bolting from this place, you'll end up spending most of your turn just to get to the other side.
Okay. And would that be more than one? Oh, it'd be one, and then one. Okay.
Yeah, so you'd end up like out near the statue, but that's where your turn would end.
All right. Well, shoot.
But
Let's
that
do
is the safe way to do it. Safe-ish.
Yeah. You know what though? I'm not a safe person, Jason.
That's
I-
obvious.
I knew
I
you
am
would
go-
say that.
I am gonna run, and
Okay.
I'm gonna use an athletics check to try to get over this thing.
Okay.
Here we go. Buckle in.
Let's do it.
Nope.
I would like to use my reroll.
Dan, those athletics checks are just killing you.
These athletics. Here's the thing, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I have a hard time figuring out because to me, acrobatics is jumping over shit and being like cool.
Well,
But
athletics would
I-
also be the same because that's what you have.
I get
purpose
it.
for.
I get it. In my brain, I'm like, oh, acrobatics, cool. I can do that.
Done.
Yeah.
It looks like Kaffa wants to buy you a bunch of bonus points. There. Well, Elf, who are those for?
Elf. Oh my god.
For Dan, is that a +5?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I am going to. I'm using my reroll, which I've already used.
Yes.
And I'm gonna put
I took that
5
off.
on this reroll.
You're gonna put the whole 5 on.
Because the lovely elf has buffered this roll for me.
All right.
And here we go.
Kaffa is gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and
business.
give you a +10 because Kaffa's gonna buy you the other 5. So.
Kaffa, yes, okay, nice.
Thank you, Kaffa.
Here we go.
I know you're good.
Look,
for it.
I'll
Here's
help
the-
you fight your
Okay,
arch
go.
nemesis.
Here's the thing. First of all,
Yeah.
Jason,
Yeah.
thank you so much for putting this game out with everybody from Paizo. Look, is this a PG-13 stream?
Yeah.
I fucking love this game, Jason. I'm not even kidding. Second of all, as a community, we've been playing this thing for a long time. And look, the community is coming together. We're getting this goddamn ring out of here. So this is +10.
Yeah.
The only thing that can go wrong is a Dan Servo roll. But
That's right.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to do good.
You're not
Here
gonna
it
win
comes.
this. Why would you
Boom,
want it?
24.
24
That's got to be good.
is enough to
Yeah.
jump across the pit. All right. So, Dan, you can move your full speed, which I believe is going to get you down and kind of off the map if you want to. I mean, you can kind of bolt.
I'm going to go out to here.
Okay.
And I'm going... Is that all 3 of my actions?
That is only 2 for you.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just in case, I'm going to pull out my bow and just kind of wait. Just in case I need to put some covering fire in there.
Yeah, I mean, that
And
makes
I'm
sense.
just going to wait.
Yeah. All right. So.
Oh, that was amazing. You guys are badasses. Thank you so much for me with that one.
Skeletons will go down the hallway. I'll go before you, so hopefully.
I'll just leave.
No, the Bellatrix is not paralyzed anymore.
I'm pretending I am.
Hmm?
The key?
I
Not for
can
us.
hear you.
Right.
Hey there, everybody.
Yeah.
That should fix
Are
it.
you hearing us or just Jason?
There we
I
go.
think it's the
No,
stream.
sorry. I think I accidentally hit one of the shortcuts to mute myself. Sorry about that.
It was
All right.
in your excitement of me making that athletics check, wasn't it? You
It
just
was.
freaked out and
It
pushed
was.
buttons.
That
Exactly what
truly
was
got me. That truly got me very excited. Yeah.
Actually, Jason, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since Bellatrix and Darth and Knight had all gone down after an attack
Yeah.
by the skeleton, by the creature,
Yeah.
doesn't that mean that they should be going before him now?
I would do that, but it would turn the entire thing into a giant jumbled mess of who knows who's going when.
Well, I mean, literally the next 3 people would be behind him.
Yeah, but I think I already let them go in those positions. Oh, you mean after the Cone of Cold? Oh, yeah. That does turn things into a bit of a mess. Let's see. That was Bellatrix and what was?
Darth and Knight.
Yeah, but Darth has already gone. Yeah, it's too much of a mess. I realize the error, but it's a total mess if I do that.
The auto raise. It's
Yeah,
okay.
because some people
It's fine.
they were auto raised, so and some people already took their turn after him, so I'm just gonna roll with it. You're right that I should have moved everyone, but the game doesn't really account for automatic divine raises, so I don't know. All right, so the skeleton is going to go, and it is going to spend its first turn moving.
I want him to fall in the pit so
Oh,
bad.
shite.
Went down the hall.
I hope so.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn.
Hey, I got the light. I can get out.
He emits a faint glow as he moves down the corridor.
Oh no.
That was one action.
Jesus.
Let me look at what I have.
Prevention door. Oh, no.
Oh, chain lightning. Oh, there it is. All right.
Oh, son of a...
Thank God it ain't getting me.
So let me go ahead and pull that up. So here's what's gonna happen. Desperate to get his ring back as it is slipping from his bony fingers, he unleashes a blast of lightning that is going to hit Darth, Dark Swordsman, Elf, and Dan. However,
Should have kept running.
it has to hit them in order. And if someone manages to critically succeed on the save, which I'm not sure anyone can do because there aren't enough bonuses for anyone to critically succeed on this save, the chain ends. So it starts with the person who is closest. Darth,
Come on,
you
Darth.
are right nearby.
You got this.
Darth, you are being hit first. Now, Darth, you have 5 +1s and a hero point.
What's critical success? Do we know what that is?
Critical success is beating the DC by 10.
Alright, guys, any idea on what the DC is gonna be? I might.
Oh my god!
Buy me a bunch.
Drancior just bought you +18.
Oh my god, yes.
So Darth, you are now at +23. I will give you this since Dan did manage to make a saving throw dead on at +30. He got a 36. So, I mean,
So you need a 13 or better.
oh, right now he would need a 13 or better.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, give me a second. and I will add-
Okay.
You now have a +33.
What? Jason, your community's so awesome. Who did that? Anyway. Oh, and
Oh,
that's
okay, so is that a 38?
You now have a +38. You bastards.
Alright, then I'm gonna use it.
a whole bunch in too.
A Holabot just bought you another one. You're at +39.
So that's an automatic.
No.
A one, right?
You still have to roll it. You still have to roll it. Damn
Reflex.
you. It is a reflex saving throw. You
Do
still
not
have to
roll a
roll
one.
it. Are you burning the +39? I'm assuming you are.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think he more than succeeded.
Well, he unleashes a blast of lightning. One that you are sure will cook you and your friends alive. And then you just kind of dance out of the way, and he's just staring at you like, what? his lipless, larynxless jaw moving around, and you could swear it looks like he's mouthing, the fuck?
So I like dance out of the way, and I do like a short prayer to Serenray, like Serenray's like guides.
Well,
Oh my god.
Night Trace. It's sorry, hold on. I screwed something up. Night Trace. It is your turn in chat. Night Trace, what do you got for me here this fine day? While Night Trace is figuring out his turn, I want to let everyone know that you are all amazing and you have made this 1-year anniversary absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, I just saw what Night Trace is doing. I'll get to that in just a second. So you are all absolutely amazing. I love all of you, and you have made this a great time here today. And to be honest, a great time for the past year, right? I mean, this has been an awful lot of fun. Streaming games, playing with all of you has been a blast. And I'm looking forward to doing it in the future. I really am.
Jason, thank you for doing this. This has been fun, man.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. You know what? I'm actually thinking that, streaming this Pathfinder thing might be a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
I'll keep my Saturdays open. Don't worry.
yeah, fair enough. All right. So,
Oh my God, yes.
Nitrace, you could. That is accurate. That's an accurate statement. You just got a +5 from a Holaba, so there's that.
Apparently it's a pay-to-win game.
Oh.
To be clear, I normally don't do Pathfinder pay to win, but there's another +10. You're at +15, Nitrace. And you still have a reroll floating, so I mean there's that. Nitrace, you rolled a 7. You wanna reroll that?
Yeah.
So you do need to beat my fort DC, which is a very high number. So first of all, let me make sure I've got this all right. So let's pause here before we get anything too crazy going on.
Okay.
Nitrace, you ran up to the Lich, the skeleton, the Fae. And we'll go ahead and rotate you the right way. There you are. So you went running up to it. That was your first thing. And let's see. You were at +5, +15, plus. Did you spend 1,600 in bits? I'm trying to see. I'm not seeing that. Just so you know.
No, Nova kicked in 1,000.
Yeah, I saw
Plus
that. I saw
100.
Nova and Holaba. That's 1,500. Just trying to make sure. I have not spent, but I could. It's up to you. I mean, you have a +15 right now. My fort DC, well, it is my worst save, so. But it is a decently double-digit number. So let's see. Currently, your roll is going to be.
What's 1429?
Yeah, it looks like a 29. Currently you have a 29. That's what you have. You've spent everything. Yeah, and you have a 29. So before you spend anything else, Nitrace, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that's not with your +16. You have not spent those bits yet, but you don't need to. Because you succeeded.
Oh, that is a great move. Yes.
You beat it by 2, and you have grabbed the skeleton.
Faye. Ogre Faye.
The skeleton almost has a look on his face that is like, this is not my day. I got up for this.
And jump into the pit.
All right.
Oh my God,
that is
great.
Nitrace. Valantrix. It is your turn.
My turn. Okay. He's down the hallway with Nitrace then?
Yep, off to the left.
He is. It's going great. Can you get past him? Well, he's blocking the square, so the answer is unfortunately not as easy as you might think. To do it, you would need to make a very high acrobatics check.
Yeah, that's not my forte.
Push him down. Make him trip over.
I think you could make him prone.
You could
That
go
would
in and, well, so here's the thing. He actually can't get up to him because there is a player character in the way and he can't stop in that square. So he's
Well,
kind of...
You can go through it, but you can't stop it.
Yeah, he can't stop there. So he's kind of stuck. He can't be adjacent to the... Yeah, he can't be adjacent to it. And the acrobatics DC is like, yeah, it's like 27. So... So what do you do, Valantrix?
Crap.
You're in this room by yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Look for the key. Can't go anywhere else.
I'm gonna move up at least.
Okay.
Ooh.
Moving up to...
I say you could.
Where are you moving to?
Actually, instead of that, I'm going to cast Soothe on myself because I'm wounded.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You want to roll me?
What am I rolling?
So that's going to be a D10 plus 4?
Yeah, Jason's roll.
I got you.
Okay, thanks.
You regain 12 hit points. I rolled max for you. Look at that. I'm so
Nice.
benevolent. I'm so benevolent, I throw incredibly hard monsters. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's not max. What am I doing? I can't even do math today. That's 8 plus 4. It's not max. Forget it.
Almost.
But it's good.
Yeah, it's an extra 12 to your health.
Listen, I've started keto. I'm not good at
Hey, I'm
math
back to
anymore.
full. I'll
yeah.
take it.
Yes.
So, 12 is going to put you back up to maximum hit points, actually. There you go.
That'll leave me another action, right?
Yeah, you have 1 left.
What you could do? I can't cast shield again because that's already been used. I'm going to reach around my pack and pull out the potion that I have in there.
Chad is demanding that you try and sit in the bone throne, by the way.
Do what?
That
Just
is
sit in the throne and become the Lich King.
It's not tempting.
So he lost his ring and his position.
What happens after that?
Who could know, Valantrix? What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna pull the potion out of my pack that I have,
Okay.
or my elixir that I have.
Okay. All right. So you have that
Get
out.
ready for next time, just in case.
Awesome. Darth, it is your turn. Pray for a swift death. That's a common. That's one action.
No.
Run
No.
away?
Can I see the pit trap and the bridge across?
You
What
know
type
what?
of number are you again?
Darth, you can see it now. There's enough light in this passageway now, just because the skeleton is emitting like a pale blue flame that is like in the center of his ribcage. You couldn't see it in the well lit room, but once he's out here, you can kind of see it. So yeah, you can vaguely make out the outline of the pit.
All right. I am going to run across it and actually let me look.
Well, you've got 25 movement.
Yeah.
The other side of Elf.
So yeah, I'm going to get to the other side of Elf,
All
and
right.
then throw a produce flame at the
Sure.
Or the face, sorry.
So you ran across the boards on the pit?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check, please.
Acrobatics?
Yes.
It can't be like athletics.
Nope.
Yeah, you didn't try jumping. You tried running. The balancing act.
Oh God.
Oh wait, no. Something happened. Something went wrong. Something didn't get taken into account.
What?
Oh my God, you don't have any skill in it.
Yeah.
No.
The thing
No,
that didn't
I
get
have
taken
a
into account
zero.
is that he's not good at it. All right, so I'm assuming you're burning a reroll instead of falling down
Yes.
into the pit.
Yes, I'm going to burn the
All right.
Can I burn the reroll and try to jump instead?
No.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah, no, it's fair. But the problem is, if you attempt to jump from where you were at, you could, but that would spend 2 of your actions, which would then leave you with not enough to cast the Produce Flame you were trying to cast. So because you said that you were casting Produce Flame, you have to run across. So go ahead and give me that reroll. 7.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
I'm dead. I'm
Well,
So-
you fall. You're not.
You're at full health.
You're not dead. You fall down the pit. So we're gonna go ahead and move you back to the pit, and we're gonna reduce your hit points by 10 because you fell down the pit.
Do I get a reflex save?
You actually, you know what? You do have an action left, and I'll sure. You knew that it was there, so I'll give you the reflex save to attempt to grab the edge. That's a reaction. Sure. I'm feeling generous today. 17 is enough. So instead of
Yay.
taking the 10, you grab the edge and can pull yourself out. The only
Nice.
problem with that is, the only place you can pull yourself out to is the square that you started in.
Well, no, he'd be stuck. He'd be 1 square. Since he and I are both small characters, we should be able to share a space.
No.
You guys change that then? Because I remember.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I can do that.
All right. So,
Can I just do a dead hang on the trapdoor?
oh sure, yeah, you can just hang there. That's fine.
I'll wait for him to move and then pull myself up and run.
Sure. Yes, that. All right, Elf. It is about to be your turn, Elf. What is it that you would like to do on your turn?
It is not going as I planned. There's a bit more skeleton that I like.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will. Damn it. Like tracing the way.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
I'll throw. I will take out an alchemist fire,
Oh sure.
throw it at the skeleton, and
Okay.
and run away.
Awesome. Okay. So you throw an alchemist fire at the skeleton. Go ahead and make an attack roll with that.
Yes, I'm looking. Okay, it's here. I will. No. Okay. Go.
There it is. Attack
Ooh.
bonus of 18, or sorry, a total of 18. You go throwing the alchemist fire down there, and let's see, that is not going to hit. That is not even that is a critical failure actually, which isn't even going to do splash damage.
Actually, is that because I mean he is grappled?
That's going to give him a penalty of 2. He's still 1 short.
Oh no.
Oh, I'll try a reroll.
Yeah, you want to reroll? All right. You want to throw any of your bonuses into this one? You have a bonus
Not
of
have
2.
a lot, but yeah, I'll throw my last 2.
All right. Go ahead and make the roll.
Yep. Oh. Alchemist fire plus 2. It will be included. Oh.
Well,
That's better.
here's the thing. That's still going to miss. However, a miss, not a critical miss, still does splash damage. The splash damage is going to set it on fire, which is also going to set the oil on fire. So that means it's actually going to take damage.
Look out, Nitrace.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the
sorry,
first
Nitrace,
time it's
Nitrace.
taken damage in like 100 years. All right. The fire crackles and burns up its bony form. Nitrace, you are now grappling something that is on fire. It looks just as surprised about this as you are.
Technically, Nitrace also has
also takes 1 point of fire damage. Let me go ahead and just take care of that. There we go.
One,
All right.
two, three, four.
Rage. Yes, indeed. Okay. That was Elf's turn. Next up, Dark Swordsman.
I'm going to. Okay, can I pull up Darth and then still move twice?
Yes, I will allow you to make an athletics check to pull Darth out of the pit as you move away. That will take one of your actions on top of the move, so that'll be all you do this round. If you move twice.
Ooh. Not bad.
Uh, 19. So you reach down and pull up Darth out of the pit. You can move yourself. Darth, I'm going to go ahead and... Darth, I'm going to move you into Dark Swordsman's spot. As soon as Dark Swordsman moves out of the way, you have been pulled up into that spot.
Nice.
I can't believe what's happening here. All right.
And I can speak without taking any action, right?
Correct.
Okay. I would like to call the other two to help me pull this statue. Get ready to pull the statue so that we can block the skeleton.
Oh no. All right. That was Dark Swordsman. Dan Servo.
All right.
You have
all
the
right.
ring.
I do.
What do you do?
Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I hear Dark Swordsman say what he says, and I'm like, maybe that's a good idea. So I'm gonna move out of the way here
Yeah.
and not be down the hallway anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna would it be like ready in action when other people are ready to pull the statue over? I can go over there and pull it over.
What you can do is ready in action to like grab a rope and yank at it if someone hands it to you, but the ready to action can only be one action, so you can't.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can't ready to do like three things. You can only really ready to do
Okay.
one simple thing.
If somebody hands me a rope, then I'll do that.
Then you will help. Okay, gotcha. All right.
Oh,
All right. So, continuing on down the order here, it's my turn. I'm grappled. Thank you, Aholaba, for the +1 for the skeleton.
Aholaba, what are you doing?
Night Trace, you cannot stun the skeleton. That's not an option.
Skeleton friends in the chat.
All right. I'm going to spend 2 actions, but first I need to make a flat check because I need to cast a spell while grappled. So let me do that. This is just a d20 roll, and I need to get a 5 or higher.
Oh, please, please, please.
Oh.
Oh.
Can we force a reroll on you?
No.
Pick the worst one?
No, there's only so much manipulation I will allow you to do, and giving all of your dice infinite rerolls and infinite bonuses is enough. So, it finishes casting the spell. Night Trace. Night Trace, you feel it invading your mind. Night Trace, you feel it invading your mind, and you feel as if you would do anything for it. That you would in fact be its undying thrall. But give me a will save. So go ahead and roll me a d20. You rolled a 15, you're a barbarian, so that's not exactly your best score. I'll just say you got a 5, so that's a 20. You happy with the 20? I think you're out of reroll. You do still have a res left, but that's it, Night Trace.
Jason, I got a raised dead on mine. Did I use that?
No,
Or
you
is
you
that
bought it
actually
and
there?
kept it because I was asking if you were going to use it for the group.
Oh right. I thought I used it to come back.
Oh,
and
okay. Nitrace, you can give me a reroll. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, that was somebody else. Well, so Nitrace, it's 500 for a reroll, and you bought a reroll. You can yeah, I mean, if you want to use it for the reroll, you can use it for the reroll and then give yourself bonuses on top of the reroll, but that's going to be the best you can do. Let me make sure I'm looking at the spell. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, 25 isn't going to do it. I'm just giving you a heads up on that front. And as a barbarian, I'm assuming you have a 3, and I'll give you a little bit of wisdom, so 5. Yeah.
Message me. Please, I'm not 120.
Yeah. Alright. I've got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure a reroll, yeah, I think you're gonna fail. You'd have to buy a ridiculous amount of bonuses not to fail this roll. Alright, so, you are now, dominated by this skeleton. A nat 20 would change it from a failure to a success, I think. Was bonus? Yeah, it would change it from a failure to a success. Can you get rid of your res and give yourself those bonuses? Here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm going to let you burn the res, Nitrace. Yeah, here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm going to let you burn the res and go ahead and give me a reroll. I'm going to burn your reroll as well, and I'll give you the bonus. Go ahead.
Nice. Nice.
That's the best I can do for you, Nitrace. You got this.
Oh,
11 is going
21.
to take it from critical failure up to failure. So at least it's a fail and not a crit fail. So I mean, there's that. So that means you're only my thrall for a short period of time and not a long period of time, like forever. Just about. Let me double check. Failure. Yeah, you get another save at the end of your turns. Crit failure, you don't get a save until way later. Okay, so, great. All right, so that was its first action. Its second action is to move forward. Or I guess
actually, isn't that 2 actions?
that was 2
Defense
of its
was-
actions. Now that I think about it,
Right.
it's going too slow. I'm grappled still, and you haven't taken a turn yet to release the grapple. So, I am going to, I guess, try and break the grapple. Damn it.
Aholaba's just loving the skeleton boy.
I know. It's more points for the skeleton. All right.
No.
Would that +5 get you out of a fail? No.
Up to a 26.
Well, he's already at a +15 on top of that, so +15 plus. So he's already at a 26.
So it'd be a 31.
That'd be a 31. A 31 is still a fail by just a bit. Yeah.
Well, it's got to make a check to break the grapple.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. The thing that I realized is that Nitrace didn't... No, you don't... Nitrace, hold. You actually were supposed to be a part of this game and get a hero point to start with. I'm going to let you convert that, and I'm going to change all of that into a success. So, because you didn't... You were supposed to be part of this game, but missed part of it. You didn't get the hero point at the very beginning. I'm going to let you convert that into a +5 as well, and we'll call it good. So, we will call that the end of the round, or the end of that, and then I am going to attempt to break the grapple, which I can do with a plus...
Apple knees. What?
Nice.
Oh my god.
What?
Whoa!
What just happened?
Oh man.
100.
Whoa.
Apple! That is amazing. Thank you so much. That is incredible, Apple Knees. I can't... That's amazing. I really do appreciate that. My benevolence knows no bounds. Nitrace, you escape. I'm going to attempt to break free from the grapple. I am going to do so, but unfortunately that is the end of my turn. I cannot do anything else against the party. It did, Appleknees. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And that is the end of my turn. Nitrace, it is your turn. I have broken free of a grapple, but I was unable to do anything else on my turn. I failed to dominate you. I did break free of the grapple, and that's all I got. Nitrace, it is your turn. Shove.
Shove. Yes.
You know what, everybody? Looking at the time, and thanks to Appleknees' incredible donation, yeah. Nitrace, you push him into the pit.
And then we shove the statue on top of it.
Yes.
You know what? With a donation like that, we're just going to make that work. You shove and push and throw the skeleton into the pit. We are not going any further than that. The skeleton tumbles down into the pit, crashing down into the bottom.
And then gets hit by a falling statue.
Yeah, and then the rest of them come running down the corridor with the statue and shove it into the pit. The pit also closes, so, you know, it all works out in the end. So.
Alive!
Okay, so, how much experience do we get?
For defeating a lich?
So.
Who?
Map disappeared.
So. Ring in hand, you make your way back to Embertown.
That was easy.
You arrive at the fortress, and you get there, and you are escorted in by the guards. And up on the throne is the king. He is napping. You've only been gone like 2 days now. The king is currently napping. You got back pretty early in the morning, and the king is napping on his throne. They've just served up an entire table covered in delicious-looking muffins. One of the guards elbows the king, and he's like, your liege, I have news." And the king kind of rises from his slumber, and he kind of looks around the room, and he's like, What's going on? And he says, the urchins, sir, they've come back. And the king kind of shakes off some sleep from his eyes, and looks around, and he's like, damn it, I knew they'd fail. Well, prepare the gallows. They've returned as cowards. And what do you do?
So I stride boldly forth. I feel great right now. I've got the ring. I died once, got a lot of hurt, got a lot of healing. I go walking up with this thing in my hand and a big giant beaming smile on my face.
He looks at you and he's like, What? Could it be? And the king stands up, walking past the muffin banquet, and he approaches the group of valiant street urchins.
They came back with one extra.
That came back with one extra urchin. He's like, didn't I send you like 6 months ago? Thought you were dead. Who's this guy? Comes up and he looks down at the ring, and he goes, "My God, you've actually found it. This is it, mate." And he holds out his hand, waiting for the ring.
I extend it,
All right.
and I'm like, here's your ring of sustenance. I believe is what it is.
He takes it from your hand and he looks down at it and he goes, "I can't believe it. I've been missing this ring." And he kind of turns it over and he's like, "Wait."
Oh God damn it!
Reaches down to his belt pouch, opens it up, and is like, "Wait, I could have sworn it was," and pulls out an almost identical ring. And he's like, "No, that." He goes to his other belt pouch and he's like, "Wait, where's my gold ring?" I mean, he looks at you with great generosity and says, I can't help but reward you. You may have a feast of my muffins, but after you are done, I'm afraid I have another adventure for you. In the nearby woods, I believe I lost a gold ring. And I'm afraid I will need you to go claim it. Wasn't this one?
What
my
more?
God.
Wait,
So-
if that's not the right ring, can we have it back?
He looks at you and he goes, "No." However, you are all treated to a banquet, a veritable banquet of muffins. Blueberry, poppy seed, lemon. There's some orange ones. There's some with that streusel crumbly top on it with the drizzy icing all over it. It's amazing. And you all go up to second level.
Yeah, all right.
So
Yay!
So, you are all able to feast on muffins as the king sits down and pulls out a brand new map. This one depicting a strange and mysterious forest that he needs you to explore.
Oh, that is awesome.
All right, everybody. So, before we leave this dungeon behind, I do want to do a thing here real quick. So I'm going to swap this over, because you all deserve to see everything that you missed that I thought we were actually going to explore today, but we never did. So,
Is that okay?
Oh,
The entire dungeon-
Prepped for the orb room.
there it is. Let me zoom in just a hair here. It keeps doing that every time I do that. Okay.
Oh,
So yeah, the entirety of the dungeon, many rooms of which you never explored, because you were supposed to get the 2 arm pieces for the throne, but no one ever did.
oh, that was a way to render
What would
the
experience?
creature weaker.
So yeah, this entire dungeon is filled with cunning and deadly traps, including a rather cunning chess puzzle that no one ever got to. Ah, well. That's what I get when I roll ones, I suppose.
You know,
So-
I gotta say, it helped so much when I was able to just snatch the ring right away.
Yeah,
So
I
from
think
there,
that
it
makes
was
it
a
a little
survival game.
simpler. But I've never rolled a 1 on that roll before. I've always in the back of my head been like, well, I guess it's possible, but it's never happened.
I would totally be down to run the rest of this dungeon.
I would as well.
Well,
Avoiding the lich.
maybe one of these days. The point is, you're not supposed to fight the lich. The lich doesn't fight you.
Yes,
Everything else is
exactly.
very reasonable.
So, the other ring next year Sunday.
So, first of all, before we move on, I want to say thank you to Dan Servo, Darth Emery's, Elftiro, Dark Swordsman 13, and Philantrix, and of course, Nitrace, all of whom participated in this. You have all been a delight to play with. I also want to thank all of you for watching. You have also been awesome and amazing. Now, that said, don't go anywhere. I'm going to take a very brief break. When I come back, we're going to do some trivia. We're going to talk a little bit about some upcoming projects and some exciting stuff. And remember, I'm still going to be giving away dice. Not 1, but 2. I said that if we broke 200 people in this stream, I would give away 2. and we crushed that number.
Yeah.
Thanks to a gigantic raid and the folks sticking around for it. So, these dice will be going out to subscribers only. So if you're a subscriber, you will be able to be entered to win one of these 2 dice. So, that has been an awful lot of fun, but I'm going to take a brief break. I am going to let all of my players off the hook for the rest of this being on mic.
Hey, Jason, wait, before you go to break.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bulmahn, I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing this, man. This was so much fun. I had a blast doing this. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. If anybody else has any last words, by all means.
Oh yeah, for sure. This was amazing, and I can't believe we actually did it the way we did.
Me neither.
Well, that's what's called thinking outside the box.
In this case, thinking outside the lich.
or really putting the lich in the box.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
I'm still upset that I think that it's some sort of skeletal-looking fey ogre.
You know what? We're gonna see if we can build a creature with Mark Seifter, and it'll be a skeletal fey.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it was very fun.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
shout out for everybody who did that chain lightning, all those bonuses for me, because that was
that would have likely killed us all.
That was
amazing.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That would have been the end.
Just for posterity's sake, can you roll the damage for it?
For the chain lightning?
Yes.
Oh
I
shit!
think
Yeah,
it's,
that's actually really interesting.
I think it's. Let's see. I think
It's 4d8.
on chain lightning.
I believe that's what it said. Let me pull it up. That's weapon storm. Corpse restoration. Nope, too far. Chain lightning is 8d12. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I would have been dead.
Well, minimum damage is 8, but maximum damage is
57. How about that
my
much?
God, I would have been dead.
Yeah.
all of us would have been dead.
Yeah, no, it's bad news. So,
max damage was 96. I think that's actually just over average.
yeah, no, you weren't supposed to fight the lich.
But we did, and we defeated it in a roundabout.
To be fair, if I would have rolled well enough to know that it was an undead, my character definitely would have straight up challenged it to a fight.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. Valantrix, how have you been? You've been having a good time?
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed that.
Blast.
I always
Awesome.
do, though.
Awesome. All right, everybody. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm going to let all of my streamers off the hook. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to do some trivia. We're going to have a fun time. So stick around, everybody. We've still got some drawings. We still have some prizes to give out. This took way longer than I thought, but it was way too awesome to stop. So hang in there. We will be right back, everybody.
Yay! Awesome! Thank you!